And I'm back. We got a Kiki. Oh, do we have to Kiki? Alright. So this fucking season has finally come to an end. And what an ending it was. Now, firstly, I want to say this. If y'all have seen my finale spoilers video, you'll know that from what I was told everything that was going to happen. I knew what was going to happen with the lip syncs. I knew what was going to happen with the miscongeniality. I knew all that shit was going down. But after seeing the lip syncs themselves, I gotta say this. Y'all did Janet Jackson so dirty. Seriously. Firstly, let me say this. I thought that the lip sync for the Crown format was fucking stupid as shit. Seriously. Why is this the format of the show now? I don't get it. It fucks everything up. Everything. I think that it was pointless, especially with who fucking won. I thought that it just created drama, and I think they were trying to replicate what happened last season when Sasha Velour fucking killed it. But here's the issue, boos. Excuse me. All of the lip syncs that were done tonight, all three of them, literally, if you go to almost any other lip sync that happened this season, they topped it. These were like some of the most anticlimactic things, and you know what I really didn't like about the lip syncs? Was that all of them were just stunts. That was it. They weren't even about the songs. They weren't, really. Cameron Michaels may have beaten Asia O'Hara and Nasty, but Cameron wasn't fucking lip-syncing Nasty. Cameron might have known all the fucking words, but it was just, oh, Cameron's doing tricks. Cameron's doing twirls. Cameron's doing her usual thing. It really disappointed me. Asia... So like we knew, Butterfly Gate went down. And when I was expecting Butterfly Gate, I was expecting tons of fucking butterflies to come pouring out of her tits. But little did I know that all that was gonna come pouring out was a little bit of butterflies. What, were the rest of them like stuck? It was probably one of the most awkward things to come on my TV screen in a long ass fucking time. It was just so, it was sad. It was really sad, and it was really awkward watching Asia just trying so hard when, hun, I would have given up after the first fucking tit didn't do anything. I would have. When the first titty got removed, and all that happened was just, oh, the butterflies were coming out of her boobs, but they weren't flying away. I got what was supposed to happen, and looking at it, if the butterflies had come out and had come flying away, it would have been a cool lip sync. But here's the thing also. That lip sync song was not good with the stunt. The stunt, even if the butterflies did come pouring out, it didn't work with Nasty. It didn't. Neither of the Janet Jackson songs worked with that shit. It didn't. I think that Asia thought in her head, you know what would be cool? If I had some butterflies come flying out of my tits. I think that's what she thought would have been cool. I think she thought, well, if I have a bracelet and butterflies come flying out, and then butterflies coming out of my boobs, and then butterflies coming out of here, and here, and here, and here. I thought that she just imagined this, and didn't even think about the song. Because let's be honest, Sasha Velour's pedal trick had nothing to do with the fucking So Emotional song. It didn't, no. It could have fit either song. If she was put into the stronger lip sync last year, Sasha Velour would have done the same thing and probably still would have won. It didn't matter, even though they're two completely different songs. So, in the end of the day, it was just a stunt. And the stunt did not even fucking work functionally, and it wouldn't have even worked musically. It would have just, it was just pointless. I thought the whole thing was pointless. And you know what was funny? The butterflies were alive. And you know how I could tell? Because when Asia was coming out with those weird-ass tits, those were like cylinders of tits. They were juggling around going boop, 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 boop. So the butterflies probably actually killed themselves during the commercial break. That's the tea. The butterflies were fucking going crazy because they were in the dark and they couldn't see shit. they probably killed themselves while they were in there. Because they were flying around too much and there wasn't enough room to fly. And it was just so badly done. And it was probably one of the hardest lip syncs to watch ever. I have my reactions. I'm gonna upload the Suicidal Butterflies, exactly. My reactions to everything I taped. I didn't tape my reaction to Bang Bang because I was too busy playing HQ. But I did get my reaction to the winner. I'm gonna upload all of my reactions to the lip syncs and the reactions to the music videos. I felt bad for Asia too. Going into here, I really wanted Asia to win. I did. I thought Asia was the best queen. I thought Asia would have been the most unique queen out of all the winners because we've had so many winners. BB represented just original pageants. Suicide Butterflies, the real tea. That is the real tea, Jessica Love. Those butterflies probably killed themselves. Not intentionally, maybe, but they probably didn't want to be part of this shitty fucking lip sync. Number one, that music, I've heard it from Michelle Visage's voice. Michelle Visage says that music is turned up so loud that it is like deafening to the ears. And that's just when they're on the main stage. Imagine how loud that music is when they're on a fucking finale stage. It's probably 12 times louder. So those butterflies, their fucking eardrums probably broke apart because they hear stuff 10 times better than we fucking do. So they probably died just from hearing that fucking music. Add that to, they're in the dark, they're in a small space when they need big space to fucking fly. No, it was just not the right call by Asia. It was, and you know what, Asia, you were a really fierce queen, and I think that you would have represented something that hasn't been represented yet on Drag Race. BB represented original pageant, fish, all that stuff. She was a model. She represented very Tyra Sanchez-y stuff, which if y'all don't know, Drag Race was originally supposed to be kind of a like comedic take on Next Top Model. And BB represented someone who could really be a model as a drag queen. Tyra was more of like the young, up-and-coming queen that really hasn't been in the business that long, and is just, she's a newcomer. Raja represented that old school, very fashion-y person, you know. She was like a fashion model. She was basically fucking Tyra Sanchez. She was very similar to BB, but she was like a new school BB, and someone who's a lot more experienced. Sharon was just complete fucking monster. That's what Sharon represented. Jinx represented the musical Broadway queens, comedy, shit like that. Bianca, she represented the comedy queens, House on the Booze. Where can I watch the link to find it? If you go on VH1, you could probably, if you go to Periscope, you could probably find a finale live stream. That's what I do whenever I miss an episode. I just go to Periscope and I watch someone who live streamed it. You'll probably find one. But watch this shit. And like and subscribe to this shit before you leave. Season 7, Violet Chachki represented fashion. She represented the young, up-and-coming queen of the new generation of drag, because drag had changed. Yeah, there are lip syncs on YouTube. I'm going to use them for my video. Season 8, Bob represented the new version of fucking stand-up Brooklyn queens. Bob represented New York queens for an entirety. And then Sasha Velour represented fucking weirdos and shit like that, like how Sharon Needles did. Aquaria, look, Aquaria is a fierce queen. Aquaria won the most challenges this season. She was never in the bottom 2. Aquaria did the best with the record. But I'm gonna say this also. Should she have won Snatch Game? No, the fuck she shouldn't have. Sorry, not sorry. Her Melania Trump was definitely in the top, but Monet Exchange should have won it. She should have. Her fucking Maya Angelou was so good. And especially when we saw Chi Chi DeVayne fucking flop with Maya Angelou. No, Monet Exchange should have won that challenge. Point blank and the period. Speaking of which, we saw Davon in the audience, which I loved. So she shouldn't have won Snatch Game. She should have been in the top 3 with Miss fucking Eureka. The Makeover Challenge, she should have been the bottom. Monet Exchange being in the bottom was a tragedy. Monet had the better look and the better makeup. But I will, and they had a more family resemblance. But I will say that the makeup that Aquaria did was very good. And I think that's actually what did not put her in the bottom. The outfits were fucking ugly. It's just, Aquaria winning though, I think that each winner of Drag Race should represent something different in the drag community. And that's what even RuPaul has said. RuPaul has said that a winner should represent a different aspect of drag. And it's just that now Aquaria represents something that has been represented in the show a lot. Asia, honey, I feel so upset. Exactly. I feel like we already have a representative of what Aquaria represents. The young up-and-coming queen, we've had so many winners that were 21 or 22 now. I believe we have like 4 winners that were 21 or 22 when they won. It's just that Violet and Aquaria, number 1, they're completely different queens, but they're very similar. It's undoubtable that they're very similar. Even Tyra, when she won her season, was very similar to how Aquaria was. You could even argue maybe even BB was. It's just they had different aesthetics. Asia, if she would have won, would have represented something that usually Asia kind of queens do well, but Asia would have represented the old OG pageant queens. And by pageant, I mean queens that do pageants, queens that are professional. She would have represented dancing divas. There's never been a queen that's been like a dancing diva. And you also have to remember that we also had queens like Trixie Mattel win this past season, and Alaska win the past season. And I get that there are like very similar winners. It's just that, I think that Aquaria winning, especially after seeing the lip syncs, I think she earned her victory. It's just that her as a winner, it's kind of like, like, you know what I mean? I think if Eureka would have won, she would have represented big queens. And she would have represented comedy queens. But honestly, I'm actually kind of glad Eureka didn't win, and here's why. How many of you noticed that Eureka did not know her lyrics? Eureka did not know the lyrics to either song that she lip-synced to. No, ma'am, she did not. That is why... Oh my god, y'all can see Family Guy in the background. That is why Eureka did not... Oh, no, she did not. Cameron did not. Cameron was lucky that Asia had her fucking butterfly issue. I was astounded when I saw the lip syncs. Aquaria deserved the win, not only because of her track record, but because she was the only bitch, besides Asia, who fucked up on lyrics also, but she understandably did, because she had the butterflies dead, and her whole thing flopped. The fact that they were lip-syncing for the crown. They knew that they were lip-syncing to win the fucking show. And the fact that they would not know the lyrics, and I can't even say that it's because of stress. And you know why? Because you don't have stress for both lip-syncs. No, ma'am, no. You can't say that you were overstressed for both of them. And don't even get me started on the double save. Originally, I thought the double save was bullshit to save Aquaria, because my leaker told me that Aquaria was the one that fucked up. No, Eureka was the one that fucked up. No. No. By the way, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, subscribe so you can stay tuned with all of our wonderful content. But Eureka, you got Valentina'd. But the only difference was that you got the special treatment, and Valentina didn't. And if Valentina didn't have that mask, she probably would have been treated the same way. Honestly, the difference between Sasha Velour's victory and you, Eureka, is that Sasha Velour definitely was favored to win. Definitely. The difference was that Sasha fucking slayed the lip syncs. Sasha killed it. Oh, killed it. Her lip syncs are now legendary. You, Miss Eureka, hold on. You won that first lip sync. I will give you that. You won that shit. Against, who was you with? Calorie? Miss Fat Twerking Queen, Calorie, she did not have a chance against you in that song. No. You won that song, but every other lip sync, you should have lost. You had no business being in the top 3, Eureka. You did not. You didn't even have business being in the top 5. The first lip sync that Miss Eureka lost was when she was against Cameron in the I'm So Excited, A New Attitude. And anyone that disagrees with me, no. Eureka did not know the lyrics to that song either. No, she did not. If you watch the lip sync to New Attitude, she didn't know the fucking lyrics to that either. She was stumbling on lyrics to that song also. That is why she was walking back to the stage. It's an old drag trick to when you don't know the lyrics to a song, you do this, or you do this, or you do that, or you walk to the back of the stage, or you do a split, or you do a turn, or you do shit like that. No, hun. Cameron whooped her ass, and when I mean whooped her ass, she whooped her ass in New Attitude. Eureka had no business being saved. No business. She got Benz Creme saved. Benz Creme was saved in season 6 because RuPaul knew that she wanted to see more of her. And you know what? At least RuPaul said that it was a double save because she wanted to see more of Benzela. Benzela lost the lip sync, but she said, I can't send you home because I want to see more of you. Meanwhile, Eureka, she just said, oh no, Eureka, that was a lip sync, you get to stay. Bitch, where? Eureka did some splits. She twerked while she was splitting. Hun, Calorie did the first episode. Jose, they did not equally slay in New Attitude, and I will stand by that 100%. No. The only thing I liked about Eureka's New Attitude performance was when she was on the floor and she said, I'm in control, my words are a few, and she banged on the floor. That was the only part of the whole lip sync that I said, Eureka, you better work. The rest of it, Eureka was a shitty fucking mess. She had no business having a double save the first time. The second time, abso-fucking-lutely not. Are you kidding? No. Here's what happened. When Eureka and Aquaria went up against each other, RuPaul already knew that he was saving both of them. You know how I know? This is how I know that RuPaul already knew he was saving both of them. Because when Cameron and Asia were lip-syncing, they had to go to commercial break. And when Peppermint and Trinity lip-synced, RuPaul took a moment to really decide, and he waited. Aquaria and Eureka, he was just like, ladies, I've made my decision. Shantae, you both stay. That was literally the wait time. Literally the wait time. So booze, no. RuPaul knew he was saving both of them. He knew he was saving both of them. They could have both not even lip-synced, and he would have saved both of them. That's the tea. It was completely planned. My friend Ben calls her a chode. So Eureka got 2 saves that she didn't deserve. Now let's talk about this lip sync. This lip sync, Eureka didn't even know the fucking words. And you know how we saw it? This time we actually saw it because the producers could not edit it to look a certain way because the stage is bigger and because Eureka was out in the forefront the whole time. There was nowhere to hide. It was very different and they had to catch Cameron and they had to catch, not Cameron, they had to catch Aquaria and they had to catch Eureka. Firstly, the reveals, when I was told what the reveals were, I thought they were 10 times better than what they actually were. Those reveals were fucking stupid. Just point blank in the period. The reveals were basically just the bump it that made the hair big. The reason why the wig was so tall was because it had the ponytail underneath. Boo, that's just, oh, you took off your wig to show what was putting the wig up. And you took off one of the parts of the wig. And it was the same hair. She has RuPaul syndrome. RuPaul wore the same wig all season, and Eureka wore the same wig all season. It's that fucking braided hair lump that she had on her head as a ponytail. And it was just like, okay, it doesn't even match her outfit. And then she had 3 reveals for her outfit. She had the reveal for the first thing, but boo, it wasn't even a good reveal because we saw the bottom of her thing. We saw the bottom of her fucking jumpsuit before she even revealed. She did not even lip-sync the song. I guarantee you, the lyrics that she did know, the lyrics that Eureka did know, she didn't understand what the lyrics meant. The tea to a good lip-sync, the way that you really lip-sync a song, is you embody the song. When Chi Chi DeVayne lip-synced, and I'm telling you I'm not going, Bob gave her some very important advice, and Chi Chi won the lip sync because of that advice. She said, it's not about what you do, it's not about the tricks you do, it's about what you speak to the judges. You know what I mean? It's not about if you do a split, if you do a cartwheel, if you do a turn. She said, I know that you do all that shit, but You need to embody the emotion. You need to understand where the songs come from. And I am telling you, she sings the song after her friends leave her, her soon-to-be husband decides to break off the engagement. She loses her job. She's not going to be famous. She's pregnant with someone's child who doesn't want her. She's on drugs. She's going to be poor. Bob explains all of this, and Chi-Chi understood what the song meant, and because Chi-Chi understood what the song meant, she gave one of the best lip-sync performances in Drag Race history. The stunt is understanding the song, and RuPaul actually did make some sense in the reunion when he said to Miss Cracker and Cameron, the reason why you won the lip sync was because Nasty Girl, when I was growing up and when it was made, it was a song made with sex. It was sex. And the way I thought it should be done and the way that made the most sense for it to be done was sexily. Cracker did it more comedy, because that's who Cracker is. Cracker did it more comedically, while Cameron did it, she was doing the hooker poses and everything. That's why Cameron won. And when RuPaul said that, I kind of understood now better why Cameron won the lip sync, and I kind of agreed even more. That was the only fucking sense RuPaul made this whole fucking season, honestly. So, Eureka wasn't even embodying the Janet Jackson song. And Aquaria's not off the thing either. Because Aquaria, some of the moves she was doing during the lip sync were straight from the Janet Jackson video. So hold up. To all of my OG Drag Race watchers, in season 3, the Phoenix and Delta Work lip synced to Bad Romance by Lady Gaga. Both of them did pretty good in the lip sync. The Phoenix went home on Bad Romance because of one simple reason. The Phoenix stole moves from Lady Gaga's music video of Bad Romance. The Phoenix copied dance moves straight from Lady Gaga's Bad Romance music video. And the Phoenix went home second because she did that shit. But now, 10 years, how much later? 7 years later, Aquaria does the same shit where she does dance moves straight from Janet Jackson's music video. Oh, but it's double Shantae. Now, don't get me wrong. Aquaria won that lip sync. Completely won that fucking lip sync. No denying. Aquaria won that lip sync. 100%. But booze, I'm just saying it's mighty shady that one queen couldn't get away with it, but this queen did. Oh, that was me when Trump won. When your friend didn't want to go in because Crocker got sent home. That was me when Donald Trump won president. But it's just mighty shady to me that one queen gets sent home the second episode, but another queen gets praised. So boo. Oh, yes, she did as well. Peppermint also copied Madonna. But the difference is also like they also won the lip sync. Like there was no denying it. Eureka, her lip sync was just so bad. The most important thing when you lip sync is knowing the words, and just the fact that Eureka didn't even know the words, it's bullshit that RuPaul sent her through. That's the first thing. The second thing is that she was facing the back of the stage so much, and when you look at what Eureka did, and you see this can be said to Cameron also, because Cameron also copied a lot of her things. Serena Chacha was sent home the second episode of Drag Race because back-to-back she was in the bottom too, and both times that she was in the bottom, Serena did a split near one of the high points of the song. And it was just like, okay, well, we've seen it. That's the reason why a lot of girls don't make it past the third lip sync, because they just overuse the shit that they do. So Eureka basically got to use the same shit that she did in 2 of her other lip syncs. She did that split to the ground where she started twerking her ass off. She did the spins. She did the fucking walk, the strut, the stuff like that, the stomp, quote unquote. And then what was different? Oh, she revealed. Oh, she did a hair reveal. Oh, she took her fucking dress off. It wasn't inventive. It wasn't like Peppermint, where Peppermint was wearing this small ass thing and it turned into a fucking gown, and she went from one wig to another wig and basically changed an entire outfit. Yeah, the high kicks, like, it was literally the new attitude lip sync all over again. So the fact that Eureka stayed, when she performed a song, not even thinking about what the song was about, just doing tricks and flips and turns, she should have went home. That attitude, she didn't even know the lyrics, she should have went home. But she didn't. The fact that she was sent home, but they sent home, the fact that she got to move on, but Shea Coulee didn't get to, and Trinity didn't get to, it's fucking ridiculous. If Trinity and Shea were the front runners, and they had to leave because they rightfully lost their lip syncs, then why did Eureka get to move on? It's fucking bullshit. And then Eureka doesn't even win anyway. Because if Eureka would have won, then we really would have a fucking issue. Then comes the last song. I already have an issue with this last song because, number one, this means that they had pre-planned that it was going to be a 3-person lip sync because, oh, you just randomly picked a song with 3 artists? You just, randomly picked Bang Bang? Also, who picks Bang Bang for the last lip sync? It's a great song. I love that they lip sync to Bang Bang because it's one of my favorite songs. But for the finale? For the last song? No. No ma'am. No ma'am, no ham, no Pam, no cornbread, no cauliflower, no green beans. It was not the right song to pick. And it's just the fact that, oh, there was supposed to be a top 2. It's all fucking ridiculous. And here was my thought on that. I think that Eureka just shouldn't have been on the stage. Because Eureka being on the stage fucked up every fucking thing. What did I just say? I just said that Eureka should not have even been in the top. Because if Eureka wasn't in the top, I think Aquaria and Cameron would have done 10 times better than they did. Cameron and Aquaria killed it. For that song, that was the song to do tricks and flips and turns. That was the song to do all these splits and all that stupid shit. That was the song to do it. When they did it in this song, it was perfect. Eureka hogging up a third of the fucking stage just ruined it for me because they had to pan to her and Aquaria and Cameron couldn't move around as much, and I think it would have been a better lip sync if she just wasn't there. And the fact that Eureka did not even deserve a chance to lip sync, it's ridiculous. And you know what's even more ridiculous is that Eureka didn't know the lyrics to this song. Maybe I'll give you a pass because you didn't know the lyrics to the Janet Jackson song because the Janet Jackson song had more lyrics. What are the lyrics to Bang Bang? Bang bang into the room, I know you want it. Bang bang all over you, I'll let you have it. That chorus is repeated quite a number of times. It's just like Greedy. It's literally like Greedy. When Valentina did the lyrics to Greedy, a 7-word chorus, girl. A 7-word chorus. Bang Bang is not a hard song to know, especially when it's such a recent song. And you couldn't go 1 fucking minute without hearing it on the radio. It's not a long chorus. It's a recent-ass song that I guarantee you was playing in all the fucking clubs that Eureka was working at. And the fact that she didn't know the lyrics to a simple fucking song, a pretty simple song, Zach? No ma'am. So Eureka was out of it for me completely. And I think that the only thing cool that she did was she ripped up, I didn't even notice that she did it. I went through the whole lip sync and I didn't even notice that she ripped off the big girl and then it said underneath wins. That was the coolest thing she did and I didn't even notice that she did it. Sorry, not sorry. The top 2 should have been Cameron and Aquaria, and then it would have been a badass lip sync. I thought that between Aquaria and Cameron, I thought both of them did pretty good, but I thought that Aquaria did a little better because of the pop cannon. And I didn't like the fact that Aquaria needed a prop when the other 2 didn't even need props. Cameron did both of her lip syncs without any fucking props, and I would say she tied for this lip sync, honestly. And the other one, oh, she fucking won it. Even though she didn't know all the lyrics, she still won it. There's no question about it. So, Aquaria winning, overall, I'm not mad at it. Because Aquaria and Cameron both killed the lip sync. So when you're picking between the 2 of them, well, you have Cameron who won 1 challenge and was in the bottom 3 times. And then you have Aquaria who won 3 challenges and was never in the bottom. It's kind of an obvious choice. So I'm not pressed about who they picked to win. It's just I'm pressed that they even let Eureka have a chance. You know why? And I get that a lot of you stan Eureka. I get that a lot of you think that Eureka should have won. Oh yeah, they barely, and that's it. They barely showed Cameron anyway. But from what I saw, see, and when you have three people in a lip sync, there's no way you can't show someone. I always see them in the background. So what I saw every fucking thing. From what I saw, Cameron and Aquaria basically tied. Aquaria was a little bit ahead because she had a pop cannon. That was it. If Cameron had a pop cannon, maybe she would have won too. But Eureka is a very unique queen. She has come, besides Ginger Minj, has been the closest big girl to winning. I get that a lot of people stan her, and you know what? If Eureka would have won, I would. You know what? She would have been a very unique winner. But the thing is that Eureka got so many passes, it's ridiculous. She got a pass when she got to stay against Cameron the first time. She got a pass in this finale when she got to stay against Aquaria. And if she would have won the whole season after what she put on stage both times, it would have just been complete fuckery. So, while I'm not completely thrilled with Aquaria winning, because Aquaria, like, no boo, you shouldn't have won Snatch Game and you should have been the bottom. I still think Aquaria was fierce enough this season to warrant her winning. Because besides those 2 weeks, she did earn those other 2 wins. She did earn those other 2 top positions. She did earn, even in Snatch Game, she should have been in the top 3, I believe. Maybe even the top 2. If it was like an All-Stars format. I do believe that Aquaria did kill it this season. And I think that she was one of the best queens this season. And you know, it's disappointing that there's other winners that are similar to her. But I think that Aquaria winning was the right decision, and it was probably one of the first right decisions that RuPaul made the whole season, even if Aquaria did get a little push along the way. Eureka, a lot... See, and you know what? A lot of people that Eureka didn't win just to be mad. I'm going to change the format because my phone has been charged long enough, and now I can sit normal. A lot of people are going to be pissed that Eureka didn't win, because people need to be pissed regardless. And think about this. I guarantee you that if Eureka would have won, the same people who are being mad right now about Eureka losing probably would have just been pissed about Aquaria losing. That's the tea. I thought it was the right decision by RuPaul, though. The miscongeniality. I want to see who voted for who. I'm actually very disappointed that we didn't get to see who voted for who in the miscongeniality thing. I think that if Asia was up for the voting, I think Asia would have won it. Monet X Change winning miscongeniality, I'm perfectly fine with it. Is the first winner to win Snatch Game and the ball. Oh, well, that's interesting. I think that Monet winning was the perfect choice, though, because she was congenial, she was nice, it was fine. I liked her. I'm glad that she won miscongeniality. Overall, though, boos, I just could not with this season. This season, just on a whole nother level, made me so disappointed. If you saw my racism issue with Drag Race video, I want to talk a little bit about that. I thought that the reunion, if it didn't happen, I think that I would have liked the season a lot more. Just seeing the Vixen being treated so differently from Eureka. You sound like a great person to hang out with. What's in the glass? It's actually Coca-Cola, but I think that the Vixen, everything she said was correct. And I actually kind of wish that RuPaul would have just let the Vixen get crowned. Because if y'all don't know, the Vixen won the most votes from miscongeniality, even though it was rigged. 1 second. What? What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Are you drinking wine out of your glass?
No, I'm not.
But you're going to the movies.
No, I'm not. I'm not wasting my time with it. Sorry, I got a little interrupted. But I didn't like... I agreed with everything the Vixen said this season. I thought that everything the Vixen said was correct. I didn't like that she was treated differently than Eureka. And you know what? Here's why I'm really happy that Eureka didn't win. I think that after everything that I've heard about Eureka, it just really put me off of her as a person. If y'all don't know, Eureka has been trying to fabricate a makeup with the Vixen since the beginning of the season. Ever since they filmed the ending of the season,
the Eureka has been trying to fabricate some kind of makeup with the Vixen so that everyone would have been like, oh, they're cool, oh, they're this, or they're that. So that's why I kind of am not here for Eureka, and I'm kind of glad Eureka didn't win overall. Like, seriously, because anyone who tries that hard to fabricate a relationship just for the audience can go fuck themselves. It's the tea. I just think that Eureka's behavior this season really is not the behavior of someone who should win. Seriously. And I'm not one who should be here trying to down talk someone for acting a certain way. It's just that Eureka was too much. And too much is enough, but still no. And after going into this finale, not knowing the words, it would have been a crime if she would have won. This was a family friendly show, I know, right? But I thought that the way that the Vixen was treated at the reunion just completely turned me off of Drag Race. It really raised some flags for me about racism in Drag Race. And you know what? I did appreciate all of the shit that they showed. If y'all don't know, they showed before they showed commercials for people to have hotlines for when they want to come out or what to do when they figure out what their sexuality is. They had Oprah have a talk on the show. They had Judi Dench, who y'all might best know her as playing as being in James Bond movies. They had all these people come on the show, and I just thought that I thought that part was good. That was my favorite part of the whole show, was the talks with the top four. The talks with about the more important stuff. Like the history of Drag Race. I thought that was interesting. I even thought the lip syncs with the season 1 queens. I thought that was cute. I did. I thought that was adorable. And you know what? Seeing the queens, it makes sense to me now who was invited back for All Stars 4. Which, if y'all don't know, I'm making a video right now to give y'all the tea on the All Stars 4 invitees. Because I got that tea. But my least favorite part of the whole night was honestly the lip syncs. The lip syncs did not... You see, this felt like the remake. Or the sequel. Last season was the original. This season was the sequel. And I think this is the last time we're going to see a lip sync for the crown. Honestly. Because last season had such great lip syncs and iconic lip syncs with Sasha Velour with fucking petals coming down, and it had the final lip sync it was an okay lip sync, but it had the Sasha Velour petals and all that shit. And then this season we have what? We have 2 lip syncs where the queens forgot their lyrics. And what was it? Miss Vanjie fan, the Vanjie fan? Was that the iconic moment? The sparkle cannon, the confetti cannon, was that the iconic moment? No. I like that they had a theme for the lip sync songs this season. I mean, they didn't even carry it out to the last song. I like that they did Janet Jackson songs, especially after Janet Jackson has gone through hell with the Super Bowl this year. So I liked that. Other than that, it was a lackluster finale. I knew going into it Aquaria was going to win because I knew the tea on who the top 3 was, and I knew what was going to happen. The interesting part for me was I wanted to see what happened with Asia's butterflies, because I knew that Asia was going to have some fucked up thing go on with the butterflies in her tits, so I just wanted to see that. After that, I couldn't care. Like, I knew that Aquaria was going to win. Sasha embodied her songs last time. Exactly. Oh, Miss Vanjie's going to be on season 11, Jessica. She's not going to be on All Stars 4. She's going to be on season 11. But that's the point. I can't make this any clearer. To do a lip sync, great. There's certain components that you have to do to make it great. And all 3 of the lip syncs, except for Bang Bang, the last lip sync, and that's because that's an easy song for anyone to do. The 2 lip syncs for Janet Jackson, they did not embody the song. Not any 4 of them did. Asia with her fucking dying butterflies didn't. Cameron with her flips and turns did not. Eureka, forgetting the lyrics and just taking off her wig and taking off her dresses, did not. Even Aquaria did not embody the lip sync, even when she was just stealing Janet Jackson moves. It's, honestly, that's the tea. Sorry if you don't like it. Sorry if you like the top 4, but that's the truth. They did not embody the song. The best lip syncs, here are the components for a good lip sync. Number 1, keeping your wig on, keeping your shoes on, keeping everything together, and keep messy. Unlike Monique. When Monique lost her wig, Monique did the flips and turns wrong. Asia with her fucking butterflies coming out of her tits, but they fall to the ground. You can't have it be messy. Number 2, you have to know your words. Here's the most mind-boggling thing. The girls knew that they were lip-syncing for the crown since the premiere of the show. They knew that they were lip-syncing for the crown since the premiere. So that they have had these songs for a good couple months. They've had these lip-sync songs for a good couple months. The fact that they did not know their lyrics is a fucking abomination, especially when they're lip-syncing for the motherfucking crown. Or the mother-tucking crown, whatever you want to call it. So the fact that they don't know their words was fucked up. But if you are going to lip-sync a song, you have to know the words. There's no excuse. You have to know the words. Unless it's a song like Call Me Mother, where it's like impossible to keep up with the rapping, where it's a shady bitch, now I know that drama, fishy feminine, up and coming. Like, unless it's super hard to do it, you should know the words. Every single word. Unless you're learning it the night before, or you're learning it 5 seconds before you go on the stage, you have to know your lyrics. Sorry, not sorry. What is it, a scat solo where it doesn't matter what you say? The last part, you have to understand what the song is saying. You have to you can't dance all sexy, and you can't go like, oh, nasty girl, dance, dance, dance. You can't do that shit for like a fucking and I'm telling you I'm not going, or and I will always love you. You can't go like, and I will always love you. You can't do that for that song. You just can't. It's gonna look stupid as shit. So you have to understand what the song is saying. Nasty, you can't. What the fuck is this? Oh, you're gonna do a bunch of reveals. Oh, you're taking your shit off. Oh, you're gonna take butterflies and you're gonna have them. Even if the butterfly thing did work, it would have looked stupid. Cause like, oh, people wouldn't have been thinking about the song. They would have been thinking about, oh, there's butterflies coming out of her tits. It's not exactly. Sasha Velour explained why she did all that shit. Why she had the fucking flowers coming out of her head. It made sense with the song. It matched so emotional. Even if that wasn't her plan, it still matched so emotional. Butterflies coming out of the tits does not match nasty, hun. And if Eureka was taking her dress off, if only she had better reveals. Her taking her dress off, her taking her dress off again, her taking her wig off, it didn't even match the song. She didn't even do it on beat, hun. If you don't need to do 10,000 flips and turns and tricks and tricks, you need to embody what if means. That's how you do a lip sync song. You stay to fucking get her and don't be a mess on the stage. You got to know your fucking lyrics. And lastly, embody the song. Understand what it is. Listening to Greedy by Ariana Grande, a queen could easily go out and make it all about money and go, I'm greedy, 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 greedy. But if you don't listen to the lyrics, understand what the lyrics means, greedy, she's talking about she's greedy for your love. She's greedy for your dick. She's greedy to fuck you. She is greedy because she wants you all to herself. She doesn't want to share you with someone. She wants you to be all hers. That's what greedy meant. Nina Bonita Brown lip-synced the song, but she was lip-syncing it by doing like these moves. But it worked because Valentina was like going like this, like, oh no, I'm sorry, Valentina was doing this. That's why it worked, but at least it fit the song. But neither of them even knew what the fuck they were lip syncing. So you have to understand what the fuck it meant. So the fact that they had these songs for so many fucking months, and they didn't, and it's also, Janet Jackson's a fucking gay icon. So you guys had to have known this song. Maybe not Aquaria, because Aquaria is a younger queen. But you're on RuPaul's Drag Race. You should know these fucking things. Eureka's an older queen. And the fact that she didn't know these songs... Okay. It just was so weird to me to see these queens not even know the lyrics. Not even know the lyrics. Season 9's lip sync were a mess. Well, here's the thing. The lip syncs this season were actually better than the lip syncs in the finale. Seriously, am I wrong? Am I wrong? How many of you can actually tell me that the lip syncs in this finale episode were better than the lip syncs, all of them put together, throughout this entire season. The first lip sync of Ain't No Other Man was better than this. And it had Calorie throwing fucking money out of her tits. And it was better than the finale. That was the first lip sync of the season. And it was better than this finale. All three of them, it was better. Even Aquaria with her fucking sparkle cannon at the end. Hun, it was better. Hun, even the double Shantae, I'm not fucking counting that. That was not even a good lip sync. Cameron did okay on it. Eureka shouldn't have stayed. Even the lip sync where Monet broke a light and did a messy ass fucking jump split, sliding split like Alexis Michelle did with Dolly Parton song. Even that lip sync to Good as Hell was better than all of these lip syncs. I would even go on to say that the Cut to the Feeling lip sync, where Monet infamously was fucking awful, I still thought that Monet did better in that lip sync, and Monet did not know her words, and she was a shitty fucking mess up the whole thing. I still thought that Monet did better in that lip sync than any of these bitches did in the finale. And you want to know why? Because when Monet was doing the lip sync, she was actually fucking, she was on beat, she was in the music, and when she did know her words, she was looking like, I'm in the feeling right now. I'm cutting to the feeling of intensity, of emotion, of opening up and having a good time. Vixen killed it, of course, but Monet was a shitty fucking mess, and she still did better than all of these bitches in the finale did. That's the tea. No one can tell me any differently. No, Monique. In the Cut to the Feeling lip sync, when Monique, her wig was falling off, she did that messy ass cartwheel, she had that fucking mermaid dress that she made the night before, ripped apart. I still think that Monique did better than all the bitches tonight, even though Monique didn't know the fucking words. I still thought she did better, because at least Monique knew what the fuck she was lip syncing. At least she understood what the song meant. Am I wrong? No, booze. So to recap the fucking lip syncs, Eureka should not have gotten Destiny. Thanks, Destiny. Eureka should not have been in that top 3. It should have been a top 2 between Cameron and Aquaria. Cameron had no business even being in the top 4, but based on the lip syncs, Cameron should have been in the top 2, and Aquaria should have been in the top 2. Eureka, no fucking business being anywhere near there. I don't care what Eureka did the rest of the season. I don't care if Eureka's talented. I don't care if Eureka is the big queen, if she was going to be the first big queen ever. I don't care if you stan her. If you look at the lip syncs, and yes, we're looking at just the lip syncs, and you want to know why? Because last season, our 2 frontrunners, Trinity and Shay. Shay is tied for the most wins out of any Drag Race contestant on a non-All-Stars season. And Shay lost the lip sync. Trinity won 3 lip syncs. She won the most individual. Because Shay, 2 of her wins were with Sasha. Trinity won the most individual challenges that season, while Shay won the most overall challenges that season. And the fact that those 2 went out the door because they lost their lip syncs when Peppermint was in the bottom 2 times and was low the other times, or she won one thing the whole season, while Sasha won 2 challenges, sure, but both of them were because of Shay, and she was never in the bottom, sure, but other than that, like, bitch, where was she above Trinity and Shay to win? The fact that those 2 who were not even in the running to win, the fact that those 2 had no business even being in the top 2, and they moved on because they killed both of their lip syncs, and the other 2 frontrunners had to go, Eureka had no business being in the top. Because if we're judging based on the lip syncs solely, Eureka, no business being in the top. I don't care if she won every challenge up to that point. She didn't know her lyrics. She didn't understand the song. She didn't do jack shit. Even the reveals were kind of bad. I think Eureka's a fierce queen. I think Eureka has a lot of talent, but top 2, no. Cameron, I'm sorry, girl. I liked you the second most out of all the tops, and I felt bad that no one thought you should have won out of the top 4. But Cameron, girl, you had no business even being in a top 4. You should have been out, like, when they eliminate someone at top 4. Cameron should have went home on the last episode. There shouldn't have been a lip sync for the crown. She had no business even being there. But if we're going based off of this format, Cameron absolutely, positively beat Asia. And I think the reason why she beat Asia was because Asia was too busy focusing on her dead-ass bugs, and she wasn't busy enough thinking about the actual fucking lip-sync song. So Cameron, as much as you flopped this last portion of the game, you did deserve that top 2 spot. Aquaria, abso-fucking-lutely, she whooped Eureka's ass. Eureka should not have even gotten a double save. Aquaria whooped her ass in that fucking thing. And Aquaria didn't even know what the fuck that song was about, and she still whooped her ass. And the final lip sync, Cameron or Aquaria, they both equally did amazing in Bang Bang. Both of them did what that song was. That song was sex, that song was power, that song was everything. It was bang bang, bitch, I'm here, I'm in charge. And both of them killed it. But Aquaria was the clear winner because Aquaria has fucking slayed the season, while Cameron girl, you snuck in through the back door, IJS. So, Aquaria is our winner. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm actually really fine with that. I don't agree with everything. I thought the judging this season was actually atrocious. I did. I thought that there was a lot of people that landed in the bot. Look at the first episode. Let's look at the first episode. Monique should have won that challenge hands the fuck down. Safe? That was when I knew this season had fuckery going on. It was. That was when I knew this season had some shit. Because the fact that Monique, she not only made that dress, and you know how hard it is to make a dress that flops out like this? Because she didn't make it just a basic dress. She made a dress that was like, that had turns and flips and shit like that. That's hard. Especially when you're making it out of fucking trading cards. And then she made that fucking wig. That wasn't hair. That was some plastic shit. And she made all of this stuff, and it had a theme, and it was a put-together outfit. And then you look at, fucking, what's-her-face, Mayhem. Mayhem, it's a cute dress, girl, but no, winner, no. And Blair St. Clair had a cute dress, but top 4, no, girl, no. But out of the top 4 that they did pick, and who else was in the top 4 that round? I don't even remember who else was in the top because it was so ancient history. Oh, Yuha with her fucking thing. I thought her dress was okay, but top? No, there was actually better outfits. But that was when I knew some fuckery was going on. And then Miss Cracker clearly did the best. Both performance-wise and outfit-wise did the best. Mayhem had no business winning that challenge. Sorry about it. Sorry about it. It's really easy to... It really is... People make rubber dresses all the time. I'm sorry, but that was not the most unique outfit out there. The fact that Miss fucking Cracker came out there wearing a straw hat... And the fact that the trading card dress didn't even have a fucking leg in winning... That was when I knew the fuckery started with this season. And you know what's the sad part? The queens this season were fierce as fuck. Fierce as fuck. I thought that every single queen that was on this season was fierce. Even the first boot, Miss Vanjie, even Calorie Kardashian, even Dusty Ray motherfucking Bottoms with her fierce-ass reads in the reunion. Every single queen that was on this season was fierce. There wasn't any filler queens. In my opinion, there was not one queen that was there as filler. Usually with other seasons, you have bitches like Magnolia Crawford that we know aren't going to make it far. You have bitches like, who was it? Who was this? Candy Ho, who we know aren't going to make it far. Every season, there's always a... even fucking Layla McQueen. Bitch, I'm sorry, boo, but we knew you weren't going to make it far. You might be fierce as fuck now, but when the show was starting, no ma'am. So, this season did not really have any filler queens, in my opinion. I think that the show would have been so much better if they would have judged it correctly. And I think the issue is that now the judging, and it's been starting since it was on VH1. And let's not turn a blind eye to before VH1, because there was definitely fuckery before VH1. When Adore Delano got saved week after week after week because of her charm, because of whatever the fuck you want to call it. She might be the most popular Drag Race contestant all the time, and I do love Adore. But booze, there was a lot of challenges that she should not have won, a lot of lip syncs she shouldn't have won, and there was a lot of times where she should have been in the bottom. For instance, the first challenge, when her Honey Boo Boo outfit was nothing to do with the fucking challenge, and somehow Vivacious lands in the bottom when her look is leaps and bounds better. and Adore gets a pass 2 weeks in a row? No, ma'am. She wins that fucking ball challenge when Bianca does leaps and bounds better than everyone else in the designing challenge. No, ma'am. When Jocelyn Fox whoops her ass in Amir, Aquaria does win. Aquaria earned it. Aquaria deserved it from the lip sync performances that happened tonight. Aquaria earned this fucking win. When Jocelyn Fox and Adore lip synced together to Aretha Franklin's Think, Jocelyn Fox won that lip sync. Sorry about it. The most fierce thing that Adore did was when she jumped from her knees to her feet. That was the fiercest part about her lip sync. Other than that, Jocelyn Fox won that lip sync. Sorry about it. And the lip sync between Adore and Trinity, I thought that should have been a double Shantae. So let's not forget that there was fuckery before VH1, but since then, I will say that when I said All Stars 2 was fucked with, I think Alaska would have won regardless of her being safe during the Herstory challenge, which she should have been in the bottom for IJS. I think she still would have won besides that shit. Even if she didn't win the commercial challenge, I still think Alaska was fierce enough to win, and she did definitely deserve her win. But there was some lip syncs that were fucky. The season 9, there was a lot of fucked up judging. Valentina, I guarantee you, if it was any other queen that wore a mask, RuPaul would not have stopped that lip sync. Did RuPaul stop the lip sync when there was dead fucking bugs falling from Asia's tits? No. If it was any other queen, no. The mask thing would not have happened. RuPaul would have said, if Valentina wasn't the favorite, RuPaul would have said after lip sync was done, Valentina, this was a lip sync for your life, and we did not see your lips, therefore, get the fuck out, sashay away. And you know how I know? Because Mimi I'm First, when she picked up India Farah, the lip sync did not stop. RuPaul did not stop the lip sync to say, Mimi, put India down, we're restarting this whole shit. She said, Mimi, drag is not a contact sport, sashay the fuck away. That's how I know. If it was any other queen, Valentina would not have gotten a second chance to lip sync the song. No. That was fuckery. The lip sync for the crown was fuckery. When he did not eliminate Peppermint because he was getting fucking heat for being transphobic. When he was getting heat for being transphobic. Am I wrong? No. All Stars 3. The jury. That was fuckery too. For drama. No, ma'am. No, honey. Ethan, I saw your brother here. So, and then this season, with all the fucked up judging, Monet, I will never back down from Monet should have won Snatch Game. I will never back down from that. I even think Monet should have won the challenge after Snatch Game. I even would say that Monet should have won the challenge after that on Snatch Game. The top 6 challenge, I think she should have won that challenge too. Those 3 challenges in the row, Monet should have won actually. But she didn't win any of them because she didn't like her looks. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Oh, Bianca did do leaps and bounds. If Bianca wasn't the only queen in the history of the show besides Ben de la Creme and All Stars 3, if Bianca wasn't the only queen ever on the show Bianca didn't even land in the bottom 3. Bianca was the first queen not only to not land in the bottom 2, but she didn't even land in the bottom 3 of the week. She was never one of the worst people of the week. The worst that she ever did was she got safe. That was the worst her ass ever did. If that didn't happen, Adore would have won that fucking season. Oh, hands down Adore would have won. It's just Bianca did so much better than everyone else. No, ma'am. Lena, I did do my Big Brother recap. You can check it. It's on the channel. So, RuPaul's Drag Race, I am done with it. I am done with RuPaul's Drag Race because RuPaul, it's too much fuckery going on. There's too much rigomoris. There's even racism now. Booze. And when I say racism, here's what I'm alluding to. Lucian Piani, a year ago, or was it 2 years ago now, he went on a rant on Twitter. And if y'all don't know, Lucian Piani used to be the music producer for Drag Race. You know all those shitty songs that they lip sync to? Those used to be done by Lucian. the Pitch Perfect one, the Bitch Perfect one, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the Candy one, all the songs they did for the balls, those were all done by Lucian. Even the Can I Get an Amen, he wrote those fucking songs. He wrote songs for RuPaul. But Lucian was fired because Lucian went on a quote-unquote mentally unstable rant, as RuPaul put it, when he went on Twitter and said that Jewish people need to get over the Holocaust. Jewish people need to get over the Holocaust? RuPaul's Jewish. He said that RuPaul was a stupid N-word. He said that black people can't be trusted. He said all of this racist shit on his Twitter. He meant on a whole fucking street. To the point where he even talked shit about gay people and drag queens. And you know, after that, I went back and I looked at the judging for the last time he was on. Season 8, the fucking New Wave challenge. That was the last time his ass was on the show. And I watched that, and he was extra hard on the black queens. He was extra hard on Chi-Chi. He was extra hard on Bob the drag queen. He let a lot more people slide by. Interesting. When he was on the Can I Get an Amen episode in Season 5, oh, suddenly Coco Montrese did leaps and bounds worse than Alyssa did, because Alyssa didn't even know what the fuck she was doing. But suddenly Coco's even worse. What do I think of Sasha's look? I thought that look was... I thought the look was good. I'm not going to say it looked bad because I thought it looked good. But from what I was told, I was look, after Violet Chachki's fucking amazing look, you have to top that shit. I thought that when I heard that she had an alien look that was fierce and gave Violet a run for her money, I was expecting a giant ball gown or some shit like that. Sasha's look was just like, I thought the snake was pointless. Coco did sing better than Alyssa. Like, you see, that's what I'm talking about. Lucian was better. Whenever Lucian gave a bad critique on Season 5, it was always to a black queen. He either gave a bad critique to Honey Mahogany, Vivian Pinay, or Coco Montrese. If you don't believe me, go watch the episodes back, because that's the shit that I do for this shit. So, Lucian was already being racist on the judging panel. When he was on Season 4, who was he reading? Latrice Royale and Dita Ritz. Booze. And we know that he was being racist because the shit that he said on Twitter about black people needing to get over their shit. And how don't we know that if he was on this season, he would have judged Miss Crocker wrong because Miss Crocker's Jewish? Thank God Lucian's ass is off this fucking thing. But it's just... the way the Vixen was treated at the reunion, the fact that there was 2 double saves this season for a bitch that did not deserve it. Sorry, Eureka stans. Sorry, Eureka. You didn't deserve it the first time, let alone the second time during the finale. No. Think about this. There were 3 saves this season. 3. One for Eureka, when Cameron and Eureka both got to stay. One for the top 4 when none of the top 4 went home, and another one when Eureka and Aquaria went home, where RuPaul made the fastest decision in the history of Drag Race. The fastest! Maybe when Tammy Brown didn't even lip sync. He said, I've made my decision. Shante, you both stay! Bitch, that was planned. That was planned. That was planned. And I guarantee you, if Aquaria lost the lip sync against Cameron the first round, Aquaria probably would have moved on. Or, no, actually, I don't believe that. If Eureka was against Cameron, and Cameron won the lip sync, I guarantee you that it would have been a double stay, or it would have been a Cameron, you're going home. Sorry, bitch. Eureka, you move on. Guarantee you. It's just, I feel like RuPaul picked the winner before they even started the season. And it really disappoints me because the show is supposed to spread positivity. This show is supposed to spread equality. The show is supposed to spread community. But the problem is, when you favor all of the same type of queen, it creates drama. It creates racism and shit like that. Look at the fucking fan base! I know y'all aren't like that because y'all are my group of people. Y'all are my tribe. Y'all are the smart ones. Because I don't let no dumb fuckers on this channel. I know y'all know what you're talking about. But the other Drag Race fans are fucking crazy. The fact that Asia O'Hara had to wear this shit where she has blacked out. She has worn a face mask to all of the events she's gone to. The fact that she is in hiding. The fact that she couldn't even... There is an award ceremony right now for the Trailblazer Award where they invited all of the fucking top 4. I saw there was an interview for the top 4, and Asia was the only queen that did not show up to the interview for the top 4. And the Trailblazer Award, which is given to queens, but not only queens, for trailblazers for the LGBT community, the fact that she had to be scared to show up to that shit, if she even did at all, is fucking crazy. Especially when, isn't this Pride Week? Isn't it Pride Week? LGBT community, get your shit together. This is a reality show, sure. Sure, I don't agree with RuPaul's decisions. Sure, I don't agree with Eureka being in the fucking top, because no, ma'am, she shouldn't have. But the fact of the matter is that still, each of these queens are fucking talented as shit. They get enough shit from their families that are over-religious. They get enough shit from racist motherfuckers that are in this fucking community and outside of it. They get enough shit from straight motherfuckers that don't agree with them putting on dresses, that want to shoot them and kill them, that... Oh, Bob did call out the tea. Bob has gone up so many followers since he made that video that he's close now to making it to 1 million. And you know why a lot of people started following him that I found out? People started following him because they wanted to disprove his point. They wanted to disprove his point, so they followed him. If you go to the Instagrams of all of the queens, and you see, I don't believe that a lot of people are racist intentionally. I think that a lot of it... Oh, Sean, look up Bob the Drag Queen, racism in RuPaul's Drag Race, and you'll see what we're talking about. But a lot of people don't do it intentionally, but because we self-segregate. But here's the problem. All of the queens with over 1 million followers, there's only a select few of drag queens from Drag Race that have over 1 million followers. The only one that is black or has any kind of curves is RuPaul. RuPaul is the only one with over 1 million followers. And that's because he's a fucking... How long has he been in career? Like 50 years? He's really been in it since the 30s. But y'all know what I mean. The other queens are Trixie, Katya, who have their own show. Violet, I believe Sasha. I'm not sure if Sasha does. I know Violet does. And then who was the other one? Was it Miss Fame? No, it wasn't Miss... I don't know. I know that Katya and Trixie are them. And I know Violet is one of them as well. The rest of the queens, can someone else help me out? Who are the other queens that have over 1 million followers? The closest, though, Sasha and Pearl. Pearl, that's right, it's Pearl. See, I can't even remember Pearl because Pearl... Boo, Pearl. The difference is that the next... Do y'all know this? Besides Bob the Drag Queen, the next most followed queen that is of color is Shanji. And Shangela only has that many followers because she was on the show 3 goddamn times. And she has gone on to be on Parks and Recreation, 2 Broke Girls, or 2 Broke Chicks, whatever the fuck it's called. She's been on shows. She's actually been around and had a career. That's why Shanji has 750,000 followers, because she had to work for it. Other queens, they were on the show 1 time and, oh, bam, million. So, Booze, the racism is inherent. It doesn't even need to be vocalized. The numbers prove it alone. Kimchi is a queen of color, and she has over 1.4 million followers. But she's the only one, Booze. But we're talking about black queens. See, I don't want to compare races and racism, but we're talking about black queens. We're not talking about queens of color. We're talking about black queens. Because there seems to be racism against black queens specifically. The racism to... Yes, Bianca's a queen of color as well. But you see, there's a term called passing. Passing. I have family members that are of African American descent, but they pass because through generations of mixed breeding, which I can't believe I even have to call it mixed breeding because we're humans. Through mixed breeding, the shades become lighter to the point... Michael Jackson was a black man, but his skin color was white because of a disease. It's called passing. A lot of people of Latino descent are passing people. I'm not talking about that all people of color might be subject to all this shit. I'm talking about a lot of racism towards black queens goes down. Because it seems to specifically be against black queens. Asia, here's a perfect example. Yes, Asia O'Hara got told to be lit on fire. What did Asia do to be told to be lit on fire? Someone threatened to her that they were going to go to her house and fucking lynch her and set her on fire. What did Asia do to have that shit said to her? It's disgusting. And you know what's the most disgusting part? Is that they did it over a fucking reality show. Erin Grease went on Big Brother on national fucking television and said a bunch of racist shit. She said, you better not, about a black girl, Candace. She said, oh, you better be careful what you say around the bitch in the dark. When she was talking about Helen, who was an Asian contestant, she said, oh, shut up and go make some rice. She made fun of her with an Asian accent and mimicked her. When Candace and her had a fight, she made fun of her and said all this ghetto shit. She was copying her, making her ghetto. Erin Grease said the most disgusting shit that season, as did Gina Marie. The worst thing that they got was that they lost their jobs. That was it. Their death threats were almost non-existent. But then you cut to other people on Big Brother. You cut to Candace, who gets death threats sent to her because she's too confrontational. Are you serious? Oh, and Amanda gets too... Asia was too fierce for small minds. Exactly, she was too fierce for small minds. So Kimchi might have 1.4 million followers on Instagram, but you also have to remember this, is that the racism towards black people is way the fuck up there when you compare it to all of the other people of color. And she also is someone that a lot of people tried copying her her makeup. No tea, no shade. People copy her makeup, they copy Trixie's makeup, they copy Raven's makeup. Sorry, not sorry. And Kimchi had all these followers before she even went on Drag Race. So there's plenty of queens that do makeup that actually have millions of followers. Like, Jeffree Star has millions of followers, and he's not on Drag Race. So, Booze. The fact that Asia was probably the sweetest person this season, and there was... Vixen didn't even get as much shit as Asia did. And Vixen was 10 times more polarizing. And here's the other thing. I see so many people in the comment section of Vixen shit saying that she can't claim to the, oh, angry black woman edit because she's not actually a woman. Okay, but Booze, when Pearl gets told that she needs to come out of her shell, it's the judge's fault. It's the show's fault for not showing enough of Pearl. When Pearl's true personality is being depicted wrong. It's the editor's fault for Pearl. Oh, for Vixen, it's just the Vixen's confrontational. That's what the fuck we're talking about. I am an advocate when I say that a lot of people make shit about race when it's not about race. But this shit, it's about race. And it's no coincidence that in the All-Star season, we have a jury vote, and when there's one white queen on there, they put the one white queen through with the second most votes, and the only reason why Kennedy makes it through is because they feel bad for Kennedy. Sorry. When the fandom is supposed... And here's another thing. I said this in one of my other streams when I talked about this shit with the Vixen. As a gay community, you are... Look, everyone is a minority, a majority. Unless you are a straight white man watching this fucking show, or you're asexual like myself, and even then I wouldn't consider us not minorities. If you are watching Drag Race, odds are you're probably going to fit into one of the categories I will say. You are either a gay man, a lesbian woman, an asexual man or asexual woman, a bisexual man or woman, a transgender man or woman, or a person of color. Odds are you're probably watching this fucking show or watching this stream. I guarantee you there's maybe one or two straight people watching this stream right now. Am I wrong? And I'll also include asexuals because I've reached out to some of the people who watch this shit, and I was very surprised that I have some asexual brothers and sisters that watch this shit. But I'm saying this. When I say minority, I include anyone in the LGBT community, and I include anyone with a vagina. And I say this. If you, as a minority, can say in your heart and believe that you are equal to every other person to the point where this show is supposed to be fighting for the right to be equal. The whole point of Drag Race is not just to promote a winner, it's to promote equality. And the fact that you can say, I as a woman should be treated equal as a man. I should be paid the same thing that a man is paid. I, as a person, as a gay person, or as a bisexual person, or a transgender person, whatever the fuck part of the LGBT community you're part of, I, as a person that want to love a man or a woman, or cut my dick off, or get a vagina, or whatever the fuck, I should have the same rights as a straight person. I should be able to get married. I should be able to have kids. I should be able to divorce. I should be able to buy a fucking house. I should be able to have protection from the fucking law. The fact that you say this shit, even if you are a big person, you're a fat person, oh, I shouldn't be discriminated against because I'm fat. I shouldn't be discriminated because I'm overweight compared to a skinny person. If you can say that shit and then go online and go to Asia O'Hara and say that you should be lit on fire, you fucking nigger, if you can say that to Asia because she's black, then you are demon spawn. You're demon spawn. You should not be part of this fucking community. You need to go to the hospital and get your fucking self checked. Because anybody that can think that in their mind when they are probably gay, when you're a drag queen, most of the fans are fucking drag queens. And as Miss Cracker put it, drag queens are super gay. They're the version of super gay. If you can say that you should be equal to somebody, and then you're going to go online or go to someone's face and threaten to kill them because they're black, if you're going to look down on them because they're black, or you're going to look down on them because they're a woman, or look down on them because they're gay, or because they're this or that, when you yourself are fucking gay or transgender, or we even had this shit with Willem, where Willem said some shit about fucking transgenders as well. If you can do that when you're in this fucking community, you need a fucking check. Lucius, boo, I'm in the middle of talking about all this shit about the issues with the Drag Race fandom, but let me say this shit to you about fucking, Eureka should have won. The fact of the matter is, Queen, is that watch the lip sync over again. Eureka did not know her fucking words. And when you have a lip sync song for how many months has Drag Race been on the air? Because they get the song right after the show airs because they know they're lip syncing. It's been off air for fucking 3 months. And the fact that Eureka did not know her fucking lyrics? I want a big girl to win. And guess what? A big girl should have won by now. Her name is Ginger fucking Minge, but it didn't happen. Sorry, not sorry. If a big girl is going to win, they need to earn their win. They can't be fucking saved like how Benji LaCreme was in season 6, where she gets a double save just cuz. No, ma'am, Eureka did not deserve to win. Sorry, hun. It disheartens me. It makes me so upset that the Drag Race fandom, it's full of a lot of love. It's full of a lot of shit. Eureka did slay. She slayed the competition, but she didn't slay the lip sync. Shea Coulee slayed the season. She didn't slay the lip sync. She did a bunch of twirls, and that's it, with stickle feet. Trinity slayed the season. Oh, I'm not mad at you, Lucius. I'm just pissed off right now because because it pisses me off that I have to even talk about. Lucius, I love you, boo. I don't hate anybody for loving someone on Drag Race. I'm pissed that I even have to say to Drag Race fandom, which is almost entirely LGBT, AQ, and women, I even have to say this shit. Don't tell Asia to kill herself because she's a black person. Don't call her the N-word. What the fuck? I'm gonna grab my charger. Y'all can come with me. Because my phone is gonna die and I'm not gonna stop. If I'm your boo, you're my boo bear. Oh my god, that's so cute. But overall, I'm just gonna say this about Drag Race. I think Drag Race needs to... Well, RuPaul said it once. RuPaul has the song. It's called I'm Going Back to My Roots. RuPaul needs to go back to his roots. And he needs to stop this fucking racist shit. And you know what? I'm going to say this also. In season 7, who remembers when Ginger Minge lost the whole fucking season? All the top 3 did really well. No. I think they did really well throughout the competition. But the lip syncs? Boo, are you Helen Keller? They didn't know the lyrics. They didn't embody the song. Hold on, let me make sure that it's gonna pause for a second. Okay, it's back. They didn't know their lyrics. They didn't know the lyrics. That's the point blank. If you're gonna lip sync, you know, I don't care if Vixen was annoying. Vixen was not 100% correct. I'm not gonna say Vixen's right. Vixen was not right on everything that she did. But the fact that the Vixen has to get told that she's wrong, the fact that RuPaul has to even question, there were subtle things that RuPaul did during that reunion that showed his bias to Eureka. Vixen said that when she watched her clip back between her and Eureka fighting, she said that this is the most hurt I ever saw myself. This is the most vulnerable and upset that I've ever seen myself. And the fact that RuPaul had to say, oh, would your friends and family think the same thing? Like, the fact that RuPaul said that shit when Eureka was saying the same shit about herself and RuPaul just let it slide by, that shows fucking thing. Vixen is trouble. Okay. If Vixen's trouble, then Eureka's trouble. Am I wrong? Eureka started the fucking fight. And this is not coming from my opinion. This is not coming from hearsay. It's literally shown on the show. It comes from Eureka's fucking mouth. She said to the camera, well, I don't know about Vixen. I'm gonna test her to see what she does. I'm wrong? Well then, Toronto, I agree to disagree, but boo, I'm not gonna calm down. I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong. It's not even just a reality show. It's fucked up. Because there's a lot of fans like y'all that join this side because the show perceives stuff like that. Because there's a standard. And it's, the Vixen wasn't wrong in every fight. No, ma'am, she wasn't. If someone was coming to me and was just like, oh, well, I'm gonna have my cigarette, I'm gonna go. And then I get painted as the bad guy. And you guys need to think about this. Drag Race is filmed 6 months before the show. Eureka has a sense of humor where the Vixen is just mad at the world. Oh, she has a sense of humor. Oh, she has a sense of humor. That's great. Well, didn't the Vixen win a fucking challenge that was comedy? I don't care if she has a fucking sense of humor. It doesn't change the fact that she went to your Vixen looking to start a fight, hun. She said it on the fucking TV screen. She said she's starting this fight. The Vixen told the truth the whole fucking time. Yes, she fucking did. The Vixen was not right with her reactions, but the fact that, I think Dylan, no, I'm not going to calm down because this is something wrong. The fact that Asia O'Hara had to be told that she was going to fucking die if she went to a Trailblazer event, no, I'm not going to calm down. It's fucking ridiculous. If y'all don't like me screaming, go to some other fucking recap. I guarantee you there's some other bitches that are recapping this show. So, the Vixen was right because think about this shit. The Vixen had to leave her mom, who was in the fucking hospital, to go to this shit and meet Eureka. She had to sit within her soul thinking that she started this fight between Eureka. She had to sit at home for however the fuck long it was, a year. Because Drag Race is filmed months in advance before it's even put on the air. She had to sit at home thinking that she started that fight, that she was confrontational, just to watch Eureka go, blah, I'm making her do this shit, blah. And sure, Aquaria owned up to her shit, because Aquaria was making it perceived that Vixen was just some evil bully because she started crying. Is your Instagram Dylan Multi? Yes, Risha, that is my Instagram, hun. I saw that you followed me. I got the notification. It's just, it pissed me off. And you see, it's shit like that that makes this shit racist issue. It makes it a race issue because y'all might not necessarily be against Vixen for being black, but there's so many fucking people that are against. It's a freaking drag show. Hun, drag is not serious. But you know why I'm taking it seriously? Because there's millions upon millions of people that watch this fucking show. It's not just a Drag Race competition. This isn't like Survivor and Big Brother. This isn't like Survivor and Big Brother where it's just a reality show. It's just a show for fun. This is a show that goes out. This is the only mainstream fucking, I'm not saying that Eureka's a racist. Eureka's not fucking racist. I don't think Eureka's a racist. Booze, no. But there are some, but let's not forget, Eureka did say to a camera, nigga, 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 nigga. She did say the N-word like 10 fucking times to a camera and laughed about it. And then she told the Drag Race queens to defend her on it. So I don't know. I'm not calling her a racist for fighting with Vixen, but boo, I don't know. But this isn't just a show. What y'all don't understand, hold up, let me explain this to y'all, because it seems that some of the people in the audience that are new here don't understand what Drag Race is. This is what Drag Race is, huns. Drag Race is what the world views drag queens. There's a video on Twitter of her saying the N-word. Look it up, boo. This is how the world perceives drag. It's fucked up, but Drag Race is the only thing that the rest of the world sees drag as. Non-drag queen fans see Drag Race as what all drag queens are. This is what gay people are represented as. Drag Race. You know how I know this shit? Look at Real Housewives. Just listen to people. Shade on Disney Channel. Disney Channel, there was a fucking ad. I had it on the background because Andy Mack is actually a really good fucking show. There was a teaser for the next Stuck in the Middle where shade is now a staple word in the fucking dictionary. Queen. How many fucking people do you hear say queen now? They didn't start saying that shit until Drag Race came about, hun. Am I wrong? Ever since the show has come around, shade has become a part of society. Queen has become a part of society. Queen, referring to a fucking drag queen. That's what you say to others. You'd be, oh, hey, queen, what's up? They're talking about another drag queen. Shade is a drag queen word. Drag Race is not just a drag show. It's not just a reality show. It's not. It's not Big Brother. It's not Survivor. It's more. And the reason why is because it's the only thing that is mainstream in LGBT culture. It's the only thing. It went from Logo, an entirely gay channel, to a mainstream primetime show, VH1. It's the only thing. Drag Race is... Gay culture has influenced it for years. There's so much shit that's stolen. Hell, look at how women dress now. Women paint their faces like how drag queens do. People at my fucking school painted shit like drag queens do. So Drag Race is not just a reality show. If this was Big Brother or Survivor, I wouldn't be so pissed. There's an asshole named Swaggy C that's trying to promote himself in Big Brother. I couldn't give two shits because it's just a reality show. Who fucking cares? Hell, Drag Race is so huge that they're putting one in England and there was already one in Thailand. Booze, drag is not something that is valued in fucking Asian culture. We heard it from Yuha Hamasaki. It's considered satanic in Asian culture. And now there's a Drag Race Thailand? Boo. Drag Race is more than just a reality show. This is a show that's going to go down in history as a part of gay culture. In 100 years down the line, gay people are going to have to study this in their history books. Point blank. So, no, it's not just it. And this is why I have the biggest issue with it. Because there's not support for... Because the biggest people that are taking down the queens in the community, the biggest people that are putting people down are the fans of the show and the queens themselves. That's why I have a fucking issue with this. That's why there's an issue with shit like this going down. There's an issue with the queens fighting with each other. There's an issue with racism being an issue on the show when it shouldn't be. It shouldn't even be brought up. This is how the world views LGBT. And this is the show that needs to change people that might hate gay people just because they're gay. This is a show that could stop people that are transgender from being... The internet might be toxic, boo, but guess what? I am in so many different fandoms that I get to see everything. I am in the fandom for Bad Girls Club, the fandom for Survivor, the fandom for Big Brother, the fandom for this. And let me tell you that out of all those fandoms that have a similar amount in the numbers as Drag Race does, and let me tell you, Drag Race is leaps and bounds more toxic than it altogether. Project Run... The internet is fucking harsh, but guess what? I don't fucking care if the internet is harsh. A gay person should not be going to a black queen, calling her the N-word, saying that she should be fucking burned to death. I have been on all of the fucking shows, and there's not one community where I've been to where they have tweeted to a fucking star of the show that they should be lynched, that they should die, that they should do this, they should do that. The fact that I have never experienced someone on Big Brother being told to be lit on fucking fire. Yes, Asia really did kill fucking butterflies, but it's just fucking butterflies. Don't act like she killed a fucking person, please. That's a whole nother thing. I'm not even talking about the lip syncs anymore. When you just say, oh, well, the internet is toxic, the internet is toxic. Yes, racism is terrible, but you know what makes it even worse? That it's coming from a fucking minority. Huns. Why is it that that Drag Race fans are ripping on other queens and telling them, oh, you should go kill yourself, you should go drink bleach. Think about this. And this is how I know there is a racism issue in RuPaul's Drag Race. Forget the fucking 1 million followers. Forget the shit that happened this season. Forget all of that. In season 7, when Ginger Minj and Kennedy Davenport and Jasmine Masters and Mrs. Kasha Davis were all part of the Bitter Old Lady Brigade. Oh, and Kennedy and Katya. They were all part of the Bitter Old Lady Brigade in season 7. I was there for season 7 and all the fuckery that went down. When it was all said and done, Ginger Minj did not win the crown because there was so little fan support for her that she could not be the winner of the season. But Ginger Minj, sure, people hated her, sure, people call her a nasty old bitter old cunt, but then we have Mrs. Kasha Davis, people say, oh, robbed queen, robbed slay queen, robbed queen, and they say the same shit for Ginger Minj. Ginger Minj might have gotten all this shit from the Drag Race fans, but no, I wasn't in season 7, but I was there for the fandom being fucked up. Mrs. Kasha Davis is considered one of the most popular early boots of the show. So many people have wanted her to come back. And she was just as bitter as the other people. In fact, Kasha Davis said that other queens need to pack up and leave. Fan favorites. Pearl should leave. And they let her go off the hook. But then we got to Jasmine Masters. And Jasmine Masters was there for 3 episodes. She was there for 3 episodes, bitches. And Jasmine Masters received the most hate mail out of any contestant in the history of fucking Drag Race. That's right, at the time of that thing. And let's not forget the queens that came before Jasmine Masters. Roxy Andrews was on the show. Season 5 Roxy, not Season 2 Roxy of All-Stars. Fucking Roxy Andrews was on the show. Fifi O'Hara was on the show before Jasmine was. And Jasmine Masters got the most hate out of any queen in the history of the show by the time of season 7's airing. And she was on the show for 3 episodes, while the other 2 were the most hated before her, and they were on the whole fucking season. But they got a pass because they were passing. Of course they did. Fifi O'Hara got told to throw acid at her face, but then meanwhile you have Jasmine Masters who gets told that she's gonna get lynched, and they're gonna put her whole body in acid. And that they're gonna find her house and they're gonna kill her. Really? She had to change her phone number and she had to, like, move houses because people were threatening her to find her address. Huns, they dedicated the whole segment to the reunion to Jasmine because she was getting so much hate. Meanwhile, Kasha's a fan favorite and Ginger Minj is considered robbed. And then Kennedy Davenport. Kennedy and Ginger were in the whole season and basically were the same attitude. They had the same attitude. They both threw Pearl and Violet under the bus. Both of them did that episode. But then Kennedy, the black one, she gets all the hate. She gets told, kill yourself, drink bleach, I'm gonna throw acid on your face, I'm gonna burn you, I'm gonna lynch you, fuck you, go die Kennedy, you suck. Kennedy got 10,000 times the hate that Ginger did. Jasmine got 10,000 times the hate, +1, than Ginger did. And both of them were the only 2 black members of the Bitter Old Lady Brigade. Let's not also forget, wasn't Katya part of the Bitter Old Lady Brigade? That's right, she was. The difference? Katya is the fan favorite. Now, I'm not talking shit about Katya, because Katya is fucking lovable. But let's not forget that she was part of that brigade. So race is definitely a problem. Is racism bad? Abso-fucking-lutely. But in a show about drag queens, where do I see all these hate comments? Twitter, bitch! Twitter! Do you want me to go digging all the way back to 2015 to get you? Do you want me to go to 2015 Twitter shits just to get it? It's not just Twitter comments also. They get this shit in the mail. That's how it's evil. They get this shit delivered to them. People send them letters saying this shit. It's hate mail. And when they say hate mail, it's not just shit on Twitter. It's shit on Instagram. It's shit on their fucking doorstep with written letters. Because it wasn't always, Season 4, Season 5, Season 7, Twitter wasn't the same way as it is now. Huns, how about this? Alaska was read to filth for being a snake. Alaska eliminated Tatiana. Alaska eliminated, was going to eliminate Katya. Alaska was going to eliminate all these fucking people. But how much shit did she get? How much shit did Alaska get for all the shit she got? Oh, she got the snake emoji. Oh, people said she shouldn't have won. Oh, this and that. Alaska didn't get any fucking thing awful when you compare it to all the shit that Kennedy went through, the shit that Jasmine went through. Hun. Eureka won that fair and square. Huns. If we're gonna go back to, you're missing something important. What am I missing, Torontotopia? What am I missing that's important? Well, what could possibly be wrong in what I'm saying about this at all? I said Alaska High was annoying. Yeah, it was annoying. But you didn't tell her to kill herself, did you? No, ma'am. And look, everyone's saying that, oh, Eureka should have won. Eureka should have won. Personality? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, I'm missing personality? Torontotopia, why are you here then? I have a question for these people. If I'm missing personality, then leave, hun. If you don't like this live stream, leave. There's 20 other people here that I would rather have here than someone that doesn't like what they're watching. If you don't like me and you don't like my opinion, leave. I respect your opinion, but get the fuck out if you don't like it, hun. The truth is that I think that Eureka is a fierce fucking queen. God, I'd never tell anyone to kill themselves unless they tell me. Exactly! And these queens, you don't even know these fucking queens and you're saying this shit to them. I think Eureka's a fierce fucking queen. I think she was brought back because she's a fierce ass fucking queen. And the fact that she came back and she wanted to stay in the competition after she broke her knee is impressive. And she went through surgery and she did those flips and turns. It's fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. But the thing is that if we're going based off of the lip syncs, because last season, Shay and Trinity, neither of them made it to the top when both of them should have been the top two. If we're going based off the lip syncs, then Eureka, no. She didn't know the lyrics. Did not know the lyrics to a Janet Jackson song. She didn't know the lyrics to If. She didn't know the lyrics. If only she knew the lyrics, then maybe I would have let her. She did the same shit that she did in the I'm Feeling Good thing. She did the same split and stuff and the bouncing with her butt. She did the same thing with the walk. She was walking to the back of the stage because she didn't know the lyrics. It's a classic Drag Race thing. When she didn't know the lyrics, she did this. If only, she did that. She covered her mouth. She didn't know the lyrics. Point blank, she didn't know the lyrics. Aquaria won the lip sync. It shouldn't have been a double Shantae. They did 3 double Shantaes that season. Never been done before. They saved her once. They should not have saved her again. She's a fierce queen, but boo, Aquaria whooped her ass. She didn't even know what the fuck the lip sync song was. She was just revealing shit. To If? You're taking your wig off to If? You didn't even take it off during the fucking beat drop, boo. Eureka! She took her outfits off, but it didn't even match the song. Girl, Aquaria did her reveal too early, and it was moving. Hun, Aquaria didn't kill that lip sync either. There was not one person tonight that impressed me at all in the lip syncs. Huns, no. I thought that Monet Exchange's lip syncs, all 3 of them, even when she did the messy ass thing. There's YouTube videos where they spoil the cast for All Stars 4. Hun, I'm spoiling the All Stars 4 cast. Stick around. I'm gonna fucking spoil the All Stars 4 cast in my next video, because I have the tea on that shit as well. But there was not one queen that did really good on their lip sync song, because there was not one queen that understood what their lip sync songs was good. I want to cut to the feeling. Huns! I thought Monique Hart did better in her cut to the feeling thing than either of these bitches did. Monique was a mess during her lip sync. A mess. A fucking mess. She did a terrible fucking cartwheel. Her wig was falling off. Her dress was a fucking mess because she made it the night before. And she didn't have a zipper to get off the mermaid tail. She didn't know all of the words. But when she did know the words, at least she had the face. At least she was moving to the beat and going ba 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 ba. At least she was doing the song. Then you have Aquaria where she pulls a Vanjie fan out for If. Cameron's doing splits and turns that she's done the whole season. The same middle split that she's done for all the songs. Hun, Dylan, hey, I just met you and this is crazy. Cut to the feeling. I love that. Cameron didn't know her words. Cameron didn't know her shit either. Hun, I don't get it. These queens got the lyrics months before. They got it a week after the fucking show finished filming. And they didn't know their words? How don't you know the words to Bang Bang? How don't you know the words to Bang Bang? Who do you think is the worst Drag Race winner? The worst Drag Race winner has got to be, I don't know, they're all kind of fierce. In my opinion, though, I think Trixie's the worst Drag Race winner. Sorry, I know y'all love Trixie, but Trixie had no business winning Drag Race when Shangela was in the mix and when Bendela was in the mix. Trixie had no business. Hell, I didn't even think Trixie won the last lip sync. Sorry, not sorry. So I think that's the worst Drag Race winner, is Trixie. Even though that's kind of a cop-out because it was an all-star season. But how don't you know the lyrics to Bang Bang? Maybe I can get it if it was If, or if it was... No, she didn't. No, ma'am. None of them did. None of them knew the lyrics. Hun, I will say this about last year's lip sync for the crown. Last year, it was really good because all of them knew the lyrics. Shea Coulee, Shea was stood in the same spot for I'm So Emotional. She just kept doing spins, but at least Shea knew the lyrics to the songs. At least Shea knew what the fuck she was doing. Shea just did spins, but at least she knew the lyrics. Trinity, she did one reveal, and then the rest of the lip sync was just doing flips, but at least Trinity knew the lip sync lyrics. Now, they're lip syncing for the crown. They don't know the lyrics? Eureka hasn't known her lyrics the whole thing, though. Even the first lip sync, which she killed, she didn't know her lyrics. Eureka just doesn't know her lyrics. Asia had me dead. Okay, Asia's lip sync was the hardest to watch. But the Snatch Game was funny. Aquaria's Snatch Game was funny, but it wasn't a winning Snatch Game. No, her winning was really weird to me. Monet should have won that. Monet should have won that shit. Because her Maya Angelou jokes were funny and they were clever. Melania Trump is so easy to do. I'm Melania. Oh, here's the help thing. No, but Alana, the Eureka one. Alana was funny too. If Eureka would have won that, I actually wouldn't have been mad either, because her Alana was actually funny. I'm not saying Eureka didn't deserve to make it to top, except for that fucking lip sync. But to be honest, the last lip sync that was really messy, they were all doing... Yes, of course it was messy, because all of them were just doing splits. Huns, this was the season of splits. At this point, I'm all splitsed out. All of them just did splits. That's it. They just did splits. That's it. Hun. But at least with Bang Bang, splits fit. At least when they did Bang Bang. Because that song is all about energy and passion and sex and confidence. So I get the splits. I get the turns. That was the song to do the splits and the kits and the turns. But when everyone's fucking doing it and there's 3 motherfuckers on the stage, you know what? How about this? How about the top 4 all moving on when they did the worst lip sync in the history of the show? The worst lip sync, I would even say that Vivian Panay and Honey Mahogany did better than they did to Call Me Mother. Did y'all see them lip syncing to Call Me Mother? They all just stood in the same spot. Aquaria was the only person that even lip synced the song. The rest of them just did, they call me mother, skinny gin bitch, I love that drama, fishy feminine up and coming. Hun, no. Your mama flips hair does... Hun, no. Asia's lip sync was so hard. I would have loved to seen Cracker be in the comedy lip syncs. Well, you see, that's also the thing. You have to get lucky with your lip sync choices. Cracker could not do a sex song, and that's why Cracker went home, because Cameron did sex. Cracker can't do sex. You think Cracker is gonna do a sex song? No, hun. Cracker's comedy. I don't even think Cracker would have been able to last in these... This is why the lip sync for the crown should not be a thing. The lip sync for the crown should not be determined by this shit. They couldn't move, they were wearing gowns. I know, hun, but that's why you wear something underneath. Because they know the lip sync song is going to be Call Me Mother. So they should have something underneath. And, no, actually, no. You're wrong that they were wearing gowns. Aquaria was moving around and she was wearing a gown. Aquaria got to the ground and was doing jumps and shit. And she was wearing a fucking gown. So that's instantly disproven. They could have... At least they could have moved. Hun, they could have moved. When Alaska did that last lip sync in All Stars to If I Were Your Woman, she moved. They were just standing in the same spot doing They Call Me Mother. They could have done what Kim Chi did when she did Fat Femination. If they're gonna do Call Me Mother, they could have been like, the drama, fishy feminine up and comma, fishy feminine drama. From the Clintons to the Obamas, I keep it tight. Now they call me mother, work. They could have done something with their fucking hands or something like that. I kept wondering if maybe the timing was off, like the music being piped to their earbuds. Hans, I don't know, but this lip sync was just ridiculous. Going into the finale, no. There shouldn't be a lip sync for the crown. I think they just wanted drama, just like how the jury was there for the drama. The jury was done for the drama. This lip sync for the crown was done for the drama. They just need to just crown a winner. Just crown a winner. That's all. Or if you're gonna have a final lip sync, you know what I would be okay with? Have a top 3 and then cut one of them at the that's what they should do. Have a top 3 at the finale, cut one at the top 3, and then have the top 2 have those 2 lip sync. Stop doing this fucking battle royale. You had Carson Kressley acting all fucking what is it? Butch going rally like a motorcycle, whatever the fuck. Like, just crown a winner. Crown a winner. Don't go through all this stupid shit. So we have to watch these queens do the same splits, the same turns, the same kicks. Like, Kennedy Davenport is a fierce lip syncer because she can do all those dancing fucking moves and do splits and do turns. Yes, season 1 through 3, that's how they did it, and those were the best seasons. The sad thing is Bianca wouldn't have won that lip sync. Yes, that's another thing. Let's go back to all of the seasons and see who we would have had as winners if that was the format. Season 1, BB Sahara probably still would have won. No, Bianca would... You really think Bianca would have fucking whooped Darian Lake's ass in a lip sync? Darian Lake was the lip sync assassin to end all. The only reason why he got cut was because he did so terrible throughout the season. I can't say anything about season 1 because I think BB Sahara still would have won because the rest of them sucked at lip syncs. BB beat Angina in a lip sync. Incredible. Season 2, Raven would have fucking won the whole season if it was based on lip syncs. Even the final 2, I don't even think Tyra... If Tyra only won that lip sync because she went to the judges' faces so that they could not watch Raven while she was lip syncing. Oh, here's another bitch going, Eureka should have won. Eureka's a fierce performer, but she didn't know her words in the lip sync, so no ma'am. Sorry about it. I think Eureka's fierce, but she did not win those lip syncs, hon. If season 2 had that format, Raven would have won. Actually, no, Jujubee. Raven and Jujubee probably would have been the top 2 if that was the format, and Tyra would not have had any chance of winning, hon. Season 3, if that was the thing, Alexis Mateo would have won the season. Raja Manila, no. Alexis Mateo won 3 lip syncs. Alexis would have won. Alexis kills lip syncs. She killed it in the All-Stars. The only reason why she lost was because Yara had them switch. Alexis would have won season 3. Oh, Jujubee would have won the lip sync for the crown. Jujubee's a fierce queen, but Raven's also a fierce lip syncer, so it would have been between those 2. Why are all the winners skinny? I do agree with you on that. What's your name? Matt James. I agree with you on that. I don't like that this is another skinny white bitch that won the crown. But out of the queens, I think she did the best performance tonight. Tonight she did the best lip sync performance. But honestly, I'm sick of seeing the same skinny white queens win. We now have a similar queen to fucking Violet Chachki and Alaska. You have to think about this also. Every single year so far, we've had a white skinny queen win. We had Sasha, we had fucking this bitch Aquaria, we had Alaska, and we had Trixie all in a row. Hun, yeah, Asia's Dead Butterflies. Okay, Matt, I already fucking love you with Asia's Dead Butterflies 1. Season 4. Think about this with Season 4. Sharon Needles probably would not have won the crown in season 4 because when she lip synced against Fifi O'Hara, the only reason why I think she won that lip sync was because Fifi's wig was flying off and Fifi was a fucking mess. Fifi's a fierce lip syncer. It's just that her shit. Fifi O'Hara could have ended up winning the season. Latrice might have had a chance because Latrice is a fierce-ass lip syncer, but who knows with the lip sync songs that get picked, because Fifi might have been like, wow, woo, because Latrice is a fierce lip syncer, but I don't know if she would have been able to do splits and kicks back then. So Fifi might have won that season. And Sharon wouldn't have won, and Sharon's one of the best winners ever. She won 4 fucking challenges that season. Arguably should have won 5. Season 5, Roxy might have won the crown, because Roxy's a fierce lip syncer. Jinx might have had a chance, but who knows? Detox might have won the season in Season 4. Jinx might not have won. Bianca. In Season 6, we could have seen Darian fucking Lake win the crown. Could you imagine that? Darian Lake winning Season 6 after winning 1 challenge because he was a box. A severed head. Season 7, Kennedy would have won. Kennedy would have won Season 7 if it was based on lip sync solely. Violet wouldn't have even had a chance. the original Elephant Queen. T. Eureka. No. Darian's the original Elephant Queen. Season 8. Chi-Chi would have won the crown. If it was based on lip syncs, Chi-Chi would have won the crown. Bob wouldn't have won. Kim wouldn't have even had a chance because Kim is terrible at lip syncs. Kim lands in the bottom one time in season 8. She would have won home. Kim needed to Bianca her way to the end and not be in the bottom to make it to the top. Because Kim's a fierce queen, but lip syncing, Season 9, we had Sasha win over Shay and Trinity. Shay, who won 4 challenges that season, and Trinity, who won 3 on her own and was in the top every other week besides one time. All right. And then this season, we get Aquaria win, who was the one time where the person with the most track record actually won. And then think about this with the All-Star season. What, Lucius? What, Lucius? I'm seeing your thing now. All-Stars 2, if that was the format, Roxy might have won after being in the bottom the whole fucking season. Roxy is a fierce-ass lip-syncer, and she's proved it every time that she's lip-synced. And if that was the format in All-Stars 2, Roxy might have won after being in the bottom every episode besides 2 of them. And then All-Stars 3, Shanji would have won. Shanji would have won if that was the lip-sync format. Maybe Kennedy would have beaten her. I don't know. But overall, Booze, I know a lot of you are pressed that Eureka lost. And I think Eureka would have been a more unique winner. Definitely would have been a fierce winner. But seriously, though, Aquaria definitely won the lip syncs tonight. She did. Anyone who says any different is just doubting themselves. I still can't believe that Cameron didn't know the lyrics. I can't believe that I can't believe Asia forgot her lyrics. She had dead butterflies coming from her tits. I can't believe Asia thought that dead butterflies was gonna work, especially with Nasty. You put dead butterflies in your tits for Nasty? Really, bitch? Really, queen? Eureka didn't know lyrics to any of her 3 songs, or 2 songs, whatever the fuck it was. And Aquaria didn't even know her lyrics. Dayla and Shangela had so many lip sync wins. Ooh, honey. Dayla and Shangela should have been the top 2. I don't even want to talk about All-Stars 3, because All-Stars 3 gets me fucking pissed. All-Stars 3 is an abomination. And All-Stars 4 is right around the corner. And let me tell you, Trinity Taylor better fix that season up. Angina better fix that season up. The Season 9 girls they're bringing back better fix that season up. Because All-Stars has a bad rep now. They shouldn't even do another All-Stars for a while. Give us some time to get some more queens. Like, Booze. Like, an All-Stars every season now? Hun, I'm not here for it. I need a break from drag. Oh, I couldn't stand Aquaria also. Hi, Flawless Joy. Aquaria won. Let me say this about the top 4. I didn't have an opinion about the top 4 until the reunion. Until the reunion, I didn't care who won because I equally did not like them. Honestly, I wanted Asia to win because Asia would have been a new representative. Like, she would have represented something different to all the winners. And she was fierce. The whole season, she was fierce. I thought she was fierce the whole season. Even when she was bad, I thought she was fierce. And she just represents something good. She represents something positive. And what better way to say fuck you to the racism comments than having Asia win? It's just all terrible. I think Aquaria in a few years will be amazing. I think Aquaria in a few years will be awesome. Yeah, BB did have the second best track record. BB should have been people discredit BB too. If BB was Trixie, y'all would have been fucking screaming. But same, I didn't like any of them. I was rooting for, yeah, exactly, hun. After Monet and Cracker left, I really didn't give a shit who won. And Vixen, I actually kind of like the Vixen a lot. No, Tino shouldn't pick Lemonade. What's up, the dead butterflies? I lost it, hun. Oh, let me say this while you're all here. Subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. Subscribe if you want to join the family. I love y'all. I know I'm giving y'all some shade. Lucius and the other person, I'm giving y'all shade. But boo, it's all out of a place of respect because I just... Oh, Flawless Joy, I already love you, boo. I feel connected to you because of the Vixen. But subscribe and become part of the family. I do these shows all the time. And I talk about this shit all the time. So please. And thank you to the people that liked. I love you. I'm sending you all my love. But I didn't care about any of the people. I thought Eureka had a shitty attitude. I thought Aquaria had a shitty attitude. I thought Cameron even had a shitty attitude online. Online, she had a shitty attitude. I thought Asia was the only one that didn't have a shitty attitude. Y'all, what the fuck? I thought Alexis Mattel was Patrick Star. I fucking love that. But there wasn't one queen in the top that I subscribed to you once, but once you started talking about race, I loved your view. Aw, thanks, hon. Yeah, Aquarius said the N-word also. You can look this shit up, Booze. There's N-word stuff all over the fucking place. Yeah, she did. It's fucking crazy to me. And, like, look, I can respect Aquaria more than Eureka, though, because we got all the tea from Vixen. Eureka has been hounding the Vixen night in and night out in the group chat for season 10 and on the streets and all over the place, trying to make them look like they were part together. But Vixen's Black Lives Matter was seriously annoying. How was it annoying? I genuinely want to know how Vixen's views were annoying. I want to know. I really want to know. I really do. Rue really doesn't care about his image. He cares about the check. Hans, Rue does not care at all. Monet would have won if she was in the top 4. Oh, Monet would have fucking won this shit if she was in the top. All lives do matter. Oh, Lucius, I'm way ahead of you. All lives do matter. But when people say Black Lives Matter, he's referring to the fan base and editing. Because there's all of these shows, not just Drag Race, where girls, season after season after season after season, are made out to look bad. And specifically, the black queens are made out to look bad. And she's not wrong on her shit. All lives do matter. White lives matter. Asian lives matter. Fucking Latino lives matter. All lives fucking matter. But we're talking about race shouldn't even matter anymore. Matt, yes. Matt, yes. Matt, yes, 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 yes. Can someone link the Aquaria N-word thingy? I can't link it right now because I'm on my phone. Someone please post the link. And I'll watch, and like, let these people watch it. All lives do matter, but we need to say Black Lives Matter. It's sorry. Look, hon, I am tired of seeing Black Lives Matter as well. I hate it when it's shoved in my face. I hate when reverse racism happens. I hate when all that shit goes down. But you have to fucking admit that you can see the fuckery that's going on in fandom. You have to admit it. There's no fucking denying it that there's racism in Drag Race. Completely. The fandom proves it every day. Asia, who said it in here? Someone said it. I think it was Joy. That Asia, black shouldn't matter. If Asia was a white queen, she should be treated the same way as she's been. Eureka was a victim of domestic violence from her dad. She felt. I don't care if Eureka's loud. I don't care. My problem isn't even with fucking Eureka. My problem is with the fandom that's saying this nasty shit that Asia should. There's racism in every single show. But that's the point. That's the point. Hun, we shouldn't be at a point where we're saying this shit, Lucius. We shouldn't be at this point where we just accept it. Because it sounds like we're just accepting it. We're just accepting that there's racism in every show. We shouldn't accept it. The whole point of RuPaul's fucking Drag Race is not to accept that people don't accept drag queens. That's the point. The point is to go against the fucking norm. The point is that we're supposed to be treating each other equal. We shouldn't be sitting here saying that, oh, racism is every show. If there's any fucking show that racism should not be part of, it's RuPaul's fucking Drag Race. A show that was created by a black man. A show that's created for people to be equal. There is no show that should have racism included. No show. But if there's any fucking show that shouldn't have race included in it, it's a show run by a fucking black person, number one, and number two, a show that promotes equality. And if there's any fandom that shouldn't be racist or fucking weightist or ageist or any kind of ist or any kind of prejudice, hun, oh, that's fine, hun. I don't care about that. If there was any fandom that shouldn't be any kind of prejudice, it's the fucking Drag Race fandom that is, as Miss Crocker said it, super gays, that men who dress up as women doing this crazy shit when the majority of the fandom is either a woman, transgender, gay, or asexual like myself. Huns. That is like going to a Black Lives Matter place and the person running the Black Lives Matter thing saying that Black Lives Matter, but Spanish people get the fuck out. Like, that's like that shit going down. That's like going to, that's like going to a fucking, I don't know, like a Jewish person rally, and the Jewish people saying that Jews should not be treated equally. No, I'm asexual, hun. See, that's another thing. People judge people based on how they talk and how they look and how they act. That's another thing, but that's a whole nother video to go on to. But that's like a Jewish group saying that, oh, Jewish people should be treated equal. But you know what? Fuck Christians. Like, Huns. To be honest, no offense, but some Black Lives Matter. Oh, hun. Oh, it's okay, Lucius. It's okay, hun. But I don't hate you. No, I don't hate you. I'm mad at the situation, though. But, hun, I do agree with you, though, that some people take it a bit too far. I follow so many people on Twitter, and I see this shit all the time, where people say all this shit about white people. They say that black people are better than white people. They say that people of color are better than white people. They say that white people are trash. They say white people are this. They say white people are that. The difference is that white people didn't have to go through the struggles that people of color have to go through. But I'm not gonna say that their shit is right, because their shit is not right. You shouldn't be saying shit about white people just because you are someone of color. You shouldn't be saying that anyone's better. The point is that everyone should be equal, not that everyone is better. So, Booze, point of it is that if there's any fandom that should not be fucking racist, it should be the fucking Drag Race fandom. And overall, someone told me you can't be racist to white people. Hun, that's not true. The definition of racism is prejudice against someone for their race. That's what racism is. So, by saying that you can't be racist to white people, that's automatically wrong. And here's another thing. If I, as a white person, as a white asexual person, I can fucking, as an asexual, I don't go through the struggles that gay people do. I don't go through the struggles that a transgender person goes through. I don't go through the struggles that a person of color does, or a woman does. Because, as an asexual, the only thing I'm met with is pressure to have sex. That's it. So I don't have to go through the trials and tribulation of LGBT. I don't have to go through the trials and tribulation of being a woman or being a person of color, because I pass as white. And I don't have to go through the trials and tribulation of people thinking that I'm Jewish because my family has Jewish heritage, but it's not well known. I don't have to go through any of those troubles. And the fact that I can sit here and say that everyone is equal, everyone should be treated the same. Drag Race fans are fucked up right now because Asia O'Hara got told to be lit on fire, that black people and gay people and lesbians and transgenders and all of us and women should all be equal. The fact that I can say this shit and then a gay person can't say the same thing, or a lesbian can't say the same thing, or a person of color even can't say the same thing, or any drag queen can't say the same thing, or RuPaul, who is a femme, black, gay drag queen, can't even say that shit. There's something wrong. There's something really wrong. So, RuPaul, you done fucked up drag, and RuPaul's Drag Race done fucked up drag, and I don't know what the fuck's going on with you, RuPaul. First, you do this shit with transgenders, saying that it's equivalent to someone taking a fucking steroid for the Olympics, but yet you let people like Detox, who have gotten everything in their body changed with the exception of, like, their fucking nose. The fact that you say that transgenders can't go on because they would have an advantage, but then queens like Trinity and Detox are okay, and then now you let this shit with black people go unnoticed. The fact that RuPaul didn't say shit about Asia's situation should speak volumes. It should speak volumes that shit was not brought up. The fact that Vixen was put on. The fact that the Vixen was put on so many lists of most influential people in 2018. The fact that who said that joke about the Oreo? Christopher, I fucking love you. The fact that the Vixen was put on so many lists of being most influential in 2018, and that wasn't brought up, And her Black Lives Matter thing was not brought up, and her Black Girl Magic show was not brought up. Only her fucking issues were brought up when everyone in that studio knew the Vixen situation about her mom. There's no way that they didn't know. There's no way. And you know what else? Vixen was briefed on the shit that was gonna happen. Everyone gets briefed on the stuff that's gonna happen in the reunion. It's what happens. They have to. They, by law, have to tell you what's gonna go on. People, they do it for Wendy's show. They do it for everything. And the fact that the Vixen left, who the fuck knows what else was gonna go down? Who knew? Oh, Rue was an instigator. Rue was an instigator. That's all Rue was. He was supposed to be a medium for these girls to talk, but all he did was instigate the shit. I haven't even been talking about the finale. I'm sorry about that. I thought that the stuff that wasn't about the show was the best parts. The stuff with the family, the stuff with people coming out. I thought that was the best part of the whole fucking show. The lip syncs were tragedies. I thought even when Valentina popped on the screen, it was messy. Oh, Jessica, the whole fucking thing was messy. The lip syncs were messy. The whole thing was... My reactions, I was even fucking messy with this shit. I was like, this is so fucking awkward. This is awkward. Like... Seriously, I couldn't give two shits about the show, which is not right. I saw 2 clips of the lip sync and turned it off. Hun, the fact that I love Drag Race, and I've been watching ever since the first motherfucking season. I've been watching since the get-go, since the jump, I've been watching this show. And the fact that this is the first time in the history of Drag Race where I just did not give a fuck. I haven't played HQ in years, and since, like, it was popular and, like, last year, the fact that I played HQ instead of this shit speaks volumes. The show had potential. This season could have been one of the best seasons. It could have been. It easily could have been one of the best seasons in the history of the show, or the herstory of the show, whatever the fuck. It had so many talented queens. Miss Cracker, Monet, Miss Vanjie. Eureka was a talented queen. Aquaria, Cameron, all the top 4 were talented. The Vixen was talented. Blair St. Clair was talented. Every single girl on the show, even Flop Calorie Kardashian and Dusty Ray Bottoms, were amazing queens, and all of them on paper were talented as shit. And even on the show, all of them showed talent. Even Vanjie showed talent walking out the fucking door, going, Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie. All of those bitches showed talent, and were all talented on the show. And the fact that this season will go down as one of the most rigorous seasons, and one of the most... Oh, well, I like Dusty. I do. But on the show, she didn't show that much talent. On the show, she wasn't that good. She was in the bottom for 2 out of the 4 episodes she was on. But out of all the queens, all of them were so good. How dare they hype so much? Hun, the finale was such a buzzkill. The finale was such a bleh. It was so meh, especially last season. We all were expecting... Honestly, Boo, I don't feel bad for Asia. That was very irresponsible what she did. The reality she was... Hun, I don't feel bad for her for the butterfly shit. The butterfly shit was fucked up and was not thought out correctly. I feel bad for her because she has to be afraid of going to a Trailblazer Award in which she was a guest of honor. A Trailblazer Award, which she's a pride queen. The fact that she was afraid to go to that shit and she has to wear a mask and all this shit because some motherfucker told her that she's a nigger and that she is gonna get lit on fire and lynched because she is a dirty N-word. The fact that she is too afraid to leave her house without putting a fucking mask on. That's why I feel bad for her. This season was a top 5. Well, yes, it was. Right up there with All-Star. And you know what else? Someone pointed this out in my Drag Race video with the spoilers. Someone pointed out that this season has a lot of similarities and parallels to season 7. Aquaria and Violet are very similar. You have the outspoken black queen, Kennedy and Asia. You have the big girl, who everyone is going to claim is robbed, Ginger and Eureka. You have the fierce lip syncer, who survived the most lip syncs and had no business even being in the top, Cameron and Pearl, who is the trade of the season, because Pearl and Cameron were the 2 hot ones of the seasons, both times. And then you had the divide between the old people, and the divide between the old people again, because the old and new people didn't get along that much in the season. What are you gonna do? What am I gonna do about all this? Is that what you said? What are you gonna do about all these race issues? I'm gonna do the only thing I can do. I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm going to spread my message the way I fucking can. I'm gonna do what I can do best by just not watching the show, not promoting the show, not support it, not do any of this shit for the show. Because the best way to support the show is by watching it, by putting it on your screen so it gets good ratings. Like, that's the best way to do shit against it. Because I'm not in LA. I'm not in NYC. I'm not in these places where they have these riots. And I am only a fucking teenager. But I can do what I can do best. If you bitches are gonna sit online and be racist, I'm gonna be online and I'm gonna fucking fight your asses every way. If I can change one person's opinion, then I'm fucking happy. I'm gonna do as much as I fucking can to stop this racist bullshit in the Drag Race community so people can fucking look at themselves. And if the way I need to fight back is by not watching RuPaul's stupid ass show, that's what I'm gonna do until RuPaul fixes his shit. Now, I would love to continue watching Drag Race. I really would. But after 2 seasons of fuckery plus season 3 of All Stars, I think I'm done. And until the fandom wises the fuck up, where not every fandom is perfect, but if a fandom needs to include racist bitches that tell a black queen they're gonna lynch her, I'm done. I'm outie. Now, thank you, Lucius. Thank you. Now, I'm gonna keep on recapping Big Brother 20. That is what I'm gonna keep doing. The only way I would watch All Stars 4, if All Stars 4 came around, I'm not home alone. The only way I would watch All Stars 4 when it came around, or Drag Race Season 11, the only way I would... Oh, this is the good part of the Drag Race fandom, because if y'all are here, that means y'all are the good part. Because any person that is a racist, disgusting person, I would kick the first second I saw their shit. But the only way I would watch All Stars 4 and I would watch Drag Race Season 11 is if I needed to recap it. Because I know a lot of you guys are subscribed to me for my RuPaul content, for my Drag Race content. So that is that's the only reason why I gave this season a chance. Season 9, go check my Season 3 recap of All Stars 3. The only reason why I brought that shit back, the only reason why I watched this season was because all of you who watched that shit said, recap the next season. Recap the next season. How many people here think I should actually recap the next season? Because if I'm gonna watch the next season, I'm not gonna watch it on the fucking TV. I'm just not. I'm not even gonna watch it on the VH1. I'm gonna watch it on the fucking Watch Series shit just so I don't support it. Don't waste my time. I might not, Joy. Honey, you do you. My queen, I love your content. Oh, thanks, boo. But RuPaul's Drag Race and Dragula, I would recap Dragula because Drag Race is good. I hope you recap We Need Your Voice. Hun, I honestly would love to. Because I'm going to be honest, I know that half of you who are subbed to me right now are subbed to me because of my RuPaul content. Because of my fucking rumors video, my spoiler video. And I'm going to post another one because I know the tea, and I need to give out my last bit of tea, because my channel really is for all the tea on reality TV. But I'm never going to stop calling RuPaul on his shit. I'm never going to stop calling out the racism in the community. I'm never going to stop calling out the blatant hypocrisy of RuPaul and the show and all of this shit. I'd be interested to see what you here would like in a Season 11's winner, what we haven't seen yet in a queen. What would I like to see? I would like to see a queen like Kennedy Davenport, a queen like Chi-Chi DeVayne, a queen like Asia O'Hara. I want to see one of those bitches win. Because y'all don't understand, these pageant queens, their whole life is drag. Their whole life is drag. They have spent years in the... I'm sick of seeing these young queens win. I really am. Because they win because the fandom supports them. I want to see a queen like Ginger win. I want to see a queen like Kennedy win. I want to see a queen like Chi-Chi win. I want to see a queen like Asia win. Because, firstly, I want to see another person of color win. Because, when's the last time? It was Bob. Bob was the last person of color that we had win. Hell, even come close to winning. Season 8 was the only time where, I believe the only time where we had an all-person of color top. Besides season 3. I think that we need a winner, like, hell, even someone like the Vixen. Except the Vixen needs to do better in challenges. Too bad the young ones are talented and deserve to win. Hun, I'm not gonna say... Shay should have won. Mars M, I applaud you. Who was the person that said all the talent... Calvin, I'm gonna say this. Yes, the young ones are talented, but the old ones are too. Yes, the fuck they are. Let's not forget that Trinity Taylor had a business. Race has nothing to do with it. Calvin, yes, the fuck it does. Calvin, you obviously were not here for half of this stream. Race has something to do with it. Because the fandom... Yes, Chad. Chad. And it took Chad having to have a season sported for him to finally get a fucking crown. Do I watch Jersey Shore? I don't spend my time with that shit. I watched it in 7th grade. But race abso-fucking-lutely has shit to do with it. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Because the fandom has influence on the show. If the fandom... How about this? I'm gonna debunk your theories right the fuck now that race does not have an issue. The first 3 seasons of Drag Race, what were the winners? The winners were BB, a black queen. The second season, Tyra, a black queen. The third season, Raja, an Indian queen. After that, Sharon. The first season that was influenced by the audience, where the audience had an influence on the winner, where the winner was determined after they filmed the whole season, where RuPaul got to see what the opinions are of the fans. Like when RuPaul crowned BB and crowned Tyra and crowned Raja, he didn't know what the opinion of the fandom was. For all he knew, all 3 of them would have been fucking hated. If the fandom influenced it, I think Nina would have won, I think Raven would have won, and I think Manila would have won. I think the Queen's winners would have been completely different. The first season where the Queens were influenced it, where we the fans influenced the winner, Sharon won. After that, Jinx won. After that, Bianca won, who she is a person of color, but honestly, if Bianca didn't slay so hard, Adore would have won, because the fandom loved her so much. Season 7, we have Ginger lose because she's fat and she's old and people don't like that. And she's the older queen and the younger queens stand the younger queens. Hell, if the queens picked the winner, Bianca wouldn't have even had a chance. Violet wins because the younger queens are stand more. Bob wins because all of the hell, the fandom wanted Kimchi to win. Okay, Adore might have a Latin background, but if you looked at Adore, would you know she was Latino? If you looked at Adore, when I just said Bianca was passing. When I say passing, I mean, I know she's Mexican descent. I know she's Latino, hun. There's a difference between looking a race and being a race. There's a difference between passing for a race. Hun, there is. If you looked at Adore, would you say, oh, she's Mexican? No. What showed that she was Mexican? She said that she was a Libra. She said that she had the little, like, hat in her comedy routine. Hun, if you looked at her, you wouldn't know. I love that she did do an interview, though, for being one. Yeah, she looks full Caucasian, and people stand her. Even looking at Bianca, you wouldn't know that she wasn't Caucasian. A Latina already has one. Bianca's a Latina. Oh, hun, I'm not gonna go into all this shit with what race was what race. Hun, no, I'm not jumping into all that shit. Bob won because all of them were people of color. That's the tea. That's the tea. And Bob did so fucking amazing the whole season, there was no way he couldn't win. Next season, Violet won because she deserved to win. Ginger losing had nothing to do with her being fat. Violet was the revolutionary. Hun, yes, it did. 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 Who the fuck is this? Were you here for Season 7? Were you here for Season 7? Season 7, when they were when the fans got to pick the winner, because the fans do pick the winner because they filmed 3 different outcomes. Ginger got no support because everyone said that she was dusty, she was old, she was fat, she was washed up, and she was dusty. That came from all the fandom, and they said she was a bitter old lady. That's what they said about her in Season 7. Out of all, do you know how many fans retweeted her to win? Like 250. That was it. She had like nothing compared to the support of Pearl and the support of Violet. Fandom is all the fans. Is the fans of Drag Race. So, yes it did. Yes it did. Michelle even said on a podcast that she thought Ginger should have won over Violet. Hun, that's the tea. If it didn't influence it, Ginger would have won. How are you going to say that Ginger didn't deserve the win? Ginger won the most challenges that season. She tied with Violet. And Violet was in the bottom more times than Ginger was. Sure, Ginger was in the bottom two times, but other than that, she was always in the top. Katya should have won that season. I'm not going to deny that. Katya did slay that season, but Katya didn't make it to the top. Kennedy won the lip sync. And people argue Kennedy lost that lip sync. Oh, I thought it was some app. No, you don't vote for the winner. Hun, RuPaul says, sound out at home. Who do you want to win? RuPaul looks at who the audience wants to win. That's why there's different outcomes filmed for the season. Back then, in season 1 through 3, there was no outcomes filmed. It was always filmed who won. That's why season 3, we knew Raja was winning before the season even started. Before the cast was even revealed, we knew Raja was the winner. Because someone spoiled it on production. I think that's the reason why they do this new format also. It's the hashtag that determines the winner. Oh, completely. When you have a queen, like, when you have a season, like Ginger and Violet, where Ginger and Violet are neck and neck. Pearl's not even in the running, because Pearl flopped throughout the majority of the season. Pearl only won 2 challenges, and they were because of her partners. Ginger and Violet were neck and neck. They were in the running. And Ginger had no support, while Violet had a lot of support. Violet is a cool winner. I'm not mad Violet won. I'm not. But you can't deny that there is ageism. And the fandom supports the skinny, white, younger queens. That's just the truth. I hated how Kennedy jumped off the stage. When Mimi first... Well, no, hon. RuPaul made a rule no going off the stage. The difference was, though, is that, no, when he said no going off the stage, he meant that you can't get off the stage and go to the cameras. Because what so many queens were doing was Tyra, in season 2, she went off the stage and went to RuPaul's face and was in the judge's face so that they couldn't see Raven lip-syncing. Hun, no, y'all are having a double standard. Because there are other queens that have gone off the stage as well. How about when Carmen Carrera went off the stage after Mimi I'm First did it? Was it okay then? Carmen Carrera went off the stage. When RuPaul said no going off the stage, he meant that you can't go up to... If RuPaul thought it was wrong, then Robbie Turner went off the stage! Hun. Booze. No, y'all. Courtney got off the stage too! Booze. We over it, Booze. We over it. Huns. When she said don't go off the stage, what did you say? She was talking about girls going to the judges panel and going in their face. Because Carmen went up to a judge and made out with him. And that's why she got to stay. She said that after the season ended. Booze, I'm not here to deal with all that shit. So then Violet can represent the fandom if they are the mostly young Huns. Okay, but that's basically saying that the fandom should be represented. Hun, yes, the fandom does pick looks. Hun, the fandom is not all skinny white queens, if that's what you're saying. If you're saying the fandom should be represented through all the skinny white queens. So, wait, by that definition, hold up. By that definition, if all the skinny white queens to win, then that means that Fifi should have won. Because Fifi was the youngest queen on that season. So you're saying Fifi should have won over Sharon that season. You're saying that Alaska should have beaten Jinx Monsoon when Jinx Monsoon was in the top 3 every single week. Yeah, she did. Go look up the Hey Nikki lip sync. When she did the Hey Nikki lip sync, she made out with, I forgot who the fuck his name was, but he was some guy. He was some guest judge. There were so many skinny white queens that if they won the season, for real, that's like saying that, oh, because I like skinny white queens, they should always win. And Booze, race is not a complete judgment for RuPaul's Drag Race, but for the fandom, it's clearly an issue. Clearly an issue. If lynch is even being used as a word, it's an issue. It just is. Look, everyone that has watched this video... Oh, quaking. Everyone that watched this video, thank you for listening to me. I'm gonna say that. Subscribe if you like my shit. Like my shit if you do. If you don't like my shit, that's okay. Look, I agree to disagree with people. I'm not gonna hound you because of your opinion. If you like the skinny white queens, go for it. If it's your preference, go for it. If you can say ew all you want. If that's what you like, I'm not gonna fight you on your shit. As long as you're not saying shit like, oh, we gotta lynch the black queens. Oh, we gotta do this. As long as you're not calling them N-words, it's fine. Oh, Pingu, I know. I said my, you can check my video. Asia is being too sensitive and... Calvin, get the fuck out of here. Calvin, get the fuck out of here. You are just like Lucian Piani, who said, oh, Jewish people are being too sensitive to the Holocaust. Fuck you with this shit. Oh, Asia's being too sensitive that someone said to her that they were gonna light her on fire? She's being sensitive that someone called her the N-word. She's being sensitive that someone called her a dirty N-word. So, a black queen that has to go through racism. Oh, she was not just called the N-word. So, Asia should just be cool with thousands of people calling her a dirty nigger? Asia should be fine with that because it's a common word? Hun. For real. Asia should be fine with someone saying to her that she should be lynched. Asia's fine with it. Deal with what we are bringing up instead of saying, I'm not doing this, hun, because you called Raja an Indian, yet she's not even Asian. Hun, I'm listing off people's shit, hun. I don't know her shit off of the top of my head. Whatever the fuck it is. I can own up to my shit. I'm not doing this. I'm fighting this fucker right now. I'm not turning away from your shit. You know what? If I really didn't want to do with your shit, Indian is part of Asian. Huns, she literally dressed up as Vishnu at one of the things. She dressed up as Vishnu at one of the reunions. Y'all probably don't even know who Vishnu is. Look up Vishnu. Use Google. If I really wanted to be like, girl, I'm not doing it. Girl, I'm done. Girl, I'm ignoring it. If I really didn't want to give y'all a chance, I wouldn't even read your comments. I would not even read it. I would block you and say, get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that. But you, motherfucker... Be gone with you, who said that she should be okay with someone saying lynching, that she should be okay with someone saying they're gonna light her ass on fire. Fuck you. Everything that Asia has experienced is disgusting. Raja cheated once. Oh, Booze, I'm not gonna deny that shit with the fucking tulle gown. Yeah, that shit was fucked up. They call themselves Asian by... Oh my gosh. See, the shit like this is also... I'm over it. I'm over this shit also. I'm about done with the show. I'm about done with Drag Race entirely as well. You know what? If y'all don't like me, fuck you. It's quote from Tiffany Pollard. If you like me, I love you. If you don't like me, fuck you. That's all I can say about that shit. At least I have a mind to say something, when a lot of queens don't have the mind to fucking say something. Another queen... Y'all should check out my girl Jimmy Pink, because Jimmy Pink also says the same shit. She gave me a shout-out. I'm giving her a shout-out as well. Jimmy with an I, Pink with a Y. She's fucking amazing. And if y'all need a voice like mine, she's got a voice as well. Anyways, I think that's all for this video. If y'all want me to do All Stars 4, let me know. If you watched through this whole live stream, thank you. What'd y'all say? Dylan, this is the first time I've seen you. You are beautiful and we need your voice. Thank you so much, Ashley. Thank you so much for joining, Ashley. Yeah, don't be like RuPaul and do what the fans want. Yeah, I'll never do what the fans fucking want. Look, Huns, I'm all about pleasing people, but some people are not worth pleasing. There should be more drag queens. Oh, completely. Oh, I know Asia's not the only one getting hate. Vixen's getting some hate too. But the point is she shouldn't be called lynching. Huns, there should be... I don't understand why there's not drag queen judges. Look at Drag Race Thailand. The guest judges are drag queens. Shouldn't drag queens be... Hold on. Why the fuck are some of these people guest judging on RuPaul's Drag Race? I get Christina Aguilera because she's a gay icon. I get Lady Gaga because she's a gay icon. But what the fuck are some of these people doing judging drag? The fandom is toxic. There's been some toxic bitches in this chat tonight. Why is Vanessa Hudgens there? Exactly. Because she's a B-lister, that's why. Huns, and she didn't even know what the fuck she was doing that episode. There's so much fuckery. There's so much fuckery. All I can say is, don't let it go by. Cameron was getting death threats for eliminating Cracker. Oh, Hun, boo. Don't think I'm ignoring that shit as well. Don't think I'm ignoring that shit as well. Nina Brown got death threats for her shit. Don't think I'm ignoring that shit, the fucked up shit that people said to Cameron for sending home Monet, for sending home fucking Miss Cracker. Don't think I'm ignoring that shit, because that shit's just as fucked up. But I'm talking about what the fandom's fucking doing. See, the fandom shouldn't be sending death threats. Shouldn't be sending death threats. The fuck? Survivor, they vote people off all the time. I don't see no death threats for them. Vanjie, ooh. I don't know about that shit, but you go for it, boo. But, anyway, if y'all want me to cover next season, I'll consider it. Because some of you are right. Love your channel, bye. Thanks, Calvin, even though you said that fucked up shit. Whatever, Calvin. But the new Drag Race fans are out of control. Honey, Drag Race fans were out of control the second that Season 6 popped on. Season 6 was like the last time. Shara is the best... Oh my god, Sarah. I love Sarah. Season 7 was really when Drag Race fandom went downhill. Season 6, it started going bad. Season 7 was really when it went downhill. Season 7 attracted so many new fans. It was... I was over it, that shit. I am cutting fucking deep, Jesse. Cover it, Dylan. We need you. Oh, thanks, hon. Thanks, Chris. I love Game Changers. But if y'all want me to cover All Stars 4, I'll consider it. I'm gonna upload a video probably tomorrow, maybe Saturday, where I'm gonna give y'all the spoilers on. Thank you so much, Dylan H. Oh, I have to do Sequester tomorrow as well. I'm gonna recap Big Brother on Sunday. Sequester I'm gonna recap tomorrow. I'm gonna upload a video of the All Stars forecast because I did get the All Stars forecast. The challenge. I don't know if I'm gonna waste my time with the challenge. Aw, thanks, Lucius. If you like my content, subscribe. If you want to see more of my shit, subscribe and like and share all this shit to all your friends. I've been doing this now for almost 3 hours. I've been doing this for 2.5 hours, but it was worth every moment of it. I even skipped the gym tonight because of it. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Support me. I'm gonna do something crazy when we get to 1,000 subscribers. Let me know what I should do when we get to 1,000 subscribers. Oof, fucking Pauly. I love Dragula. I could recap Dragula if y'all want. Dragula's fucking amazing. But leave suggestions on what I should do for a 1,000 subscriber celebration, because I want to do something special. Because 1,000 subscribers is fucking awesome, and we're so close to it. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's been supporting me. Love y'all. Thank you to all this love for this video, because this was a very controversial video. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for all the love. It was really wonderful. And yeah, RuPaul's Drag Race and Fucked Up Drag, and the winner is... do a reveal. Ooh, boo. Y'all don't want to see no reveal. What the fuck would I reveal to? If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, and Snapchat at Dylan Multi, DYLANMULTI, where I give you all the updates on whenever I'm uploading. I even have a Discord. If you want my Discord, I'll fucking post it on Twitter as well. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. I love y'all. See y'all later. And as always, deuces. Bye, y'all.